Where was I the only one not to level up?
I think
I
so.
think.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We are live now. Some of you are level 9 now. Some of you are not.
That's what it is being one particular person.
You've just had a long rest after you've dealt with the Baylor in one of the 3 prison cells inside the shrine, which has now been relocked and safe again from. You have reduced the potential fiend invasion with 33% less dangerous, or made it 33% less dangerous when it happens. Let's go for the full 100.
Pretty good though.
Nice.
Pretty good. Good start. Good start.
Mm-hmm.
We should get one more done. That's like 66%. That's enough right there.
An acceptable amount.
Yeah.
As you guys wake up in the early morning, the the shrine priest Saito summons you all together. And says, I wanted to thank you all again for your help yesterday. But I must ask your help again, although for some of you this might be less effort than others. We've heard rumors that the 2 remaining scrolls, might be one of them will be in Okoyama, is the rumor, and the other one will be in the Tarayama region in the south. Because Hoseki is very good at fast travel with his magical horse, I have the request that he goes to the Tarayama region to look for one of the scrolls, and I have here someone. His name is Haru, who will come with you to Okayama to find the other potential scroll.
Considering the nature and threat that these scrolls carry with them, I'm sure we would be more than happy to assist with recovering, as we did with this one.
I thank you very much. And go ahead.
Hoseki will turn to Tatsu and you will probably make more use of this as between my new capabilities of teleportation and as well my horse. And he turns and looks at Haru, goes, "Give me that back," and he snags his spell book back from him, and will tuck it away. And I will be able to travel much quicker, but I will no longer need this, and will hand you the staff of defense, because that was party treasure.
I'm sure there will be many great uses for such a strong item, and we thank you.
As breakfast starts, you say your leaves of Hoseki, and please introduce Haru.
Haru is a human that he might not necessarily look like he is from this region entirely. Like he might be part some type of foreign blood or anything, but he's in his probably late 40s. relatively quiet around you all for the first bit of time, is already, when he first comes up in the morning, full armor, full splint, kind of tall guy around for the region, 5'10", 5'11", and is very much one of those that takes in any bit of conversation you all are having without adding to anything. He does a lot of his stuff, as some samurai do, has a theme of a falcon to it. And how early were we summoned to the original meeting? Was it after sunrise or?
Like 7 a.m.
Okay, so he had already been up since sunrise because he watches the sunrise and the sunset every day. And just kind of sits there watching everybody. He's shaved head, no facial hair, very much clean cut, but just kind of taking everything in.
Well, I'm sure that anyone that comes from the same temple as Hoseki was going to be quite useful to us on our task at hand.
I will do what I can. I'm more about defense than offense, but according to Brother Hoseki, you are all quite capable at necessary violence, as he puts it.
Most of this task that lies ahead of us will more than likely require a great deal of violence, yes.
He immediately turns to, he's got like this lantern style of maybe reliquary or holy device at his side. He turns and he's, anybody that understands magic knows that he is very rapidly preparing what is probably typical temple spells swapped out for travel and combat. Maybe something he wasn't quite ready for.
As far as our party loot goes, do we also still have the mask as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will lay the mat. I mean, I don't have the bag of holding or anything, but or where, however Kuma carries all of our stuff.
I just carried a
Uh,
big sack.
oh, you just have a huge ass
I have nothing
bag.
to put it in but a big sack. I just carry over
Yeah,
my
because
shoulder.
whenever Gihei's asking you to carry his money, I just assumed you had like a bag of holding or something.
No, I literally just it's just in a giant. It's just in
That's hilarious.
a big
No.
bag, like kind of
He's a
cartoonish
bulky
style.
boy. He can carry all
Gihei
sorts of shit.
has a Kuma of holding.
Huh, yeah. So I'll
Yeah.
just lay the mask out then, and the staff of defense as well in this case. Uh, and I'll just have them laid out. If any of us particularly needs any of these two things, I'm sure we can give those to whoever needs them.
Mm,
No one can even attune to that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna
hold
ask about that, Yannick. So as a gold dragon, I technically I have a spell book, and I take spells from the wizard, but that doesn't make me like necessarily like a wizard, right? As far as like the requirements.
I would rule because your class doesn't actually exist in the game, so items that how do you say it? And you already have a limitation of that there are magical items that you can't use because of your dragon form. I would rule that the requirements for race or class do not apply to you because you have other limitations when it comes to magic items that you can use.
Yeah, like
So
I
you can
can't
use
use the staff as like a staff.
yeah, you couldn't whack someone with well you could, but it wouldn't be very effective.
I mean, I don't have proficiency with any melee weapons
Yeah.
or armor. Like I literally have none.
So in that case, I would say that you could attune to the staff if you wanted to.
Well, one thing as well,
Yeah, I
though,
don't think
generally
so.
about the dragon subclass is that the third level ability, Sorcerer's Blood, basically allows you to attune to items that are required by sorcerers.
Ah, so, there you go.
Let
Yeah.
me see.
Does glass even well?
Oh, it
never
does.
mind.
It does
Never
say
mind
that.
what I
Yeah.
said. The
It.
glass
Yeah.
accounts for it.
Yeah,
Right
no,
there.
it accounts specifically that basically anything that requires class requirements when it comes to magic items, they can take sorcerer ones
Yeah.
specifically.
It
I don't
does
know about
count
the,
as sorcerers for the purposes. Okay.
that's obviously why they
Huh?
got around, like making sure that people could still use certain items. Oh,
I would
thank
Gotcha.
you.
say that.
I'll be back in a
'Cause
minute.
you're,
You're right.
yeah, but I would also say because you're a gold dragon that I can't think of any item where it would change it, but I would say then it would be wizard instead of sorcerer.
Yeah, that's
I'm
pretty
down
No,
for
much
but
either
all
of
I
the
those.
same.
can't think of any item where it actually matters if you're you're a
That
sorcerer
would
or a wizard. But
it would help with some of the magical spell books if we came across one.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I start with a spell book in either a focus or a component pouch, and then I can copy wizard spells into my spell book. But they have to be at the level I can use, and then if I do use one of those spells, it takes up one of my once a day casts.
Mhm.
Anyway, so essentially, I can just pick up more once a day casts, but not get more once a day casts.
I'm back.
But okay, cool. So if anyone wants the stat, like, I don't think the stat, like, I already have shield
You're
as
the
a
only one who
spell.
can use the staff.
I don't have the attunement slots for the staff, to be honest.
It'll just be a free floating item then. Like that's
Yeah,
just
I mean, I'll carry it. I'll carry it around for sure.
Yeah. The thing is, we'll be going to the main city. Like, there's a good chance, like, whether it be sad or not, we
Consider
could just sell
trading
it
these
off.
items for
Yeah,
things
yeah,
that
yeah.
suit us
Could
better.
potentially trade them.
Yeah. The mask is technically anybody could, I think, can tune to. Yeah.
With the
Yes, the
spell
mask can be
storing,
attuned by anybody. It gives you +2 in charisma, proficiency in deception, 60-foot more dark vision, and you can store a spell on the mask.
Yeah.
Which triggers when you're attacked.
and the creating weak points. It would be good for somebody that plans to be up close.
Yeah.
If Gihei had the mask, does the weak points trigger off of his clones?
Sure.
Oh fuck!
Oh wow, that's really good.
That actually would be really good. Like,
Yeah, because you could
Could I have
clone.
someone else store spells in the mask?
Yes, but they'll have to attune to it. So.
Oh, I see.
So you have to
That
take
could
1
actually still
hour.
be useful.
Yeah, you have to use 1 hour to de-attune to it, then 1 hour for someone else to attune to it, cast a spell in there, then de-attune, and then put it in thing again. So it'll take you 4 hours to put a new spell in there.
No, but if I pick a spell I only want to use on a very rare occasion, that could still be useful.
Yeah, but it triggers
Oh, it triggers on attack.
when you get hit.
Yeah.
I figured it'd
Yeah.
eat your reaction, so you had the choice
No,
to
it
use it or not.
just happens.
It auto happens. Yeah.
So
Never
Yeah.
mind then.
if you have meteor swarm stored in it, and you get hit by an attack, then the meteor swarm will be cast.
Okay.
I mean, even if
So
you
for
don't use the spell storing, it's still like
weak points is still nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
weak points is still really good.
Plus, even
Okay.
just having it for now, eventually, again, we could just trade it if we want to, but for now, at least somebody using it is better than just having it free floating.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, I'll wear it.
Yeah, if
Since
you
I can
want to
make use of the weak
take it, but
points,
when you're
and
done with it, it
we
would
can
work
trade
great
it.
for Haru.
It'll work great for Haru. Is what you said.
He's an up close personal guy, and the spell storing thing to be able to throw a non concentration spirit guardians into it or a non concentration summon or something would be huge. But he's going to be right up in melee with you,
I'll pick it then.
Yeah, that sounds good.
and then he will give a bow. But the only downfall is he now has 360 feet of dark vision.
Oh, I have
Jesus.
200 or so.
Yeah, that is the part that amuses me. But he will also give a big bow, and if it's Gihei handing it
About
to
20.
him,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll hand it to you.
he will, as you hand it, he will say a few quick words in Draconic, and assume until put on somebody else, you have the Vigilant Blessing.
Ooh, I have advantage on initiative. I thought I already had advantage on initiative, but now I have double advantage on
If I
initiative.
it's been a since we've gotten to the next we've long rested, I'd have to
All right,
tap you again. But I mean, if you're getting this, then what I could do,
just give it to someone else. Yeah,
yeah, I could give it to
I'll
Haru or
change
someone.
over my initiative style to roll advantage until you tell me otherwise.
Yeah, just assume it's going on. Haru has crap for dexterity, so it's
Oh,
not.
that's good. In that case, Tatsu's gonna stand up. He's just been laying on the floor, and he's gonna trot over for a second. He's gonna reach out with his one finger and tap Haru gently on top of the head. And I will give
Are
Haru
you in your dragon
this.
form?
Oh yeah, I've been in the dragon form
No.
because we came out
I
of the
mean,
fight.
it is immediate full surrender, Val. There's no distance between Haru and Floor.
Yeah, in addition, so as part of this, until your next long rest, that ally cannot be surprised and may forego making initiative rolls and instead use 20. So you just take 20 for initiative, and you
Oh,
can't be
that's huge
surprised.
for the slow man in heavy armor.
Yeah, well, I mean, essentially, I can never give it to Kuma because it's literally a negative for him to take 20, and then Gihei has this buff that you gave him. So,
He
yeah.
gets visions of the future, right? But very vague visions.
Yeah, he gets as part of the one, he attempt to make sense out of prophetic glimpses, which essentially is just like it's like seeing a whole bunch of possible futures, and then it's like, oh, maybe this gives you advantage or a way to do initiative better, essentially.
Then Haru, you do get a vision from the future. You see on the at the center of the temple, you see that the buildings are being destroyed, and a tower rises from it. And on top of the tower stands a purple demon man with 6 fingers.
Six fingers on each hand, or 6 fingers total?
6 fingers on each hand.
Ugh.
Big
You're
dude.
just giving out nightmares to everybody randomly.
It's
in
not
this
my
game.
fault. The
It's
future sucks. Okay,
I know,
that's
but
what I deal with all the time.
it's funny because everybody's like, "Oh, demons spring forth all over your temple. The temple's destroyed. Gihei, he gets to see the future. He sees his village getting destroyed by a
There's
bunch
a
of
reason he didn't want this.
It's just funny. Kim
Kinda
is just
goes
blissfully
sometimes.
ignorant of all of this currently. He's just like, yeah.
One of these days.
Oh boy. One of these days. But yeah, that's just funny. No.
After eating the breakfast, it is time to travel to
Oh. Just to say one more thing, fair warning, I am going to change Kuma's voice, so I'm going to do accents, and you just gonna have to. I'm going to see what I decide to pick on because I just couldn't be. But I don't like using my normal voice when I talk for characters, so
Turn my clone off.
just use
It's
now.
probably been
There,
said
he's off.
before, but on the store spelling, is it a self-target spell or a other person target spell that can be stored, or does it matter?
any spell.
Gotcha,
Now,
gotcha.
cast it instantly. You get to cast. You at least get to like cast it. So like, if you gets haste, can he cast it on someone? Or if he like gets a meteor swarm, is it landed on top of him?
No, then he can pick where it goes, but he can't.
Okay, good. It is him casting it then.
Yeah. It
That's
is
pretty good.
basically the mask. When the user gets hit, the mask will immediately cast a spell that is stored inside of it, and then the user gets to decide how it is used within the limits of the spell rules.
Alrighty, I got it set up for now. I can always change it another time, but it will, after I attune to it, it will have Spirit Guardians in it. It was at our Circle of Power, but yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is going on across the street, but it's been non-stop music coming through my window. Some form of party's going on at the high school, I suppose.
Maybe they're celebrating Dutch King's Day.
I don't think that's it.
Maybe they're like Dutch immigrants or something. There's a lot of noise here too. Alright, so from Obada Temple to Okayama. The travel is going to be around 3 days to get there. Day 1 goes off without any problems whatsoever.
What kind of items are you guys looking to trade in when we get to the city? I figured we should do them first because it's a good excuse to be in the city.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, I mean, the staff, if because I don't
No,
think
but what do you want
Unatu.
for it?
Oh, I have no idea. I've not browsed
You do see what they
the
have. There's
possibilities of what they'd have. Yeah,
yeah, because there's like it's not gonna be every item in the game, so we won't know until we go.
unless
The
it
other thing-
is.
Literally, the
No,
only thing
but
I
Kihei's
want,
wondering if you have your hopes set on something.
my hope is particularly on a Zanpakuto, which is a special one for this campaign.
Oh,
Yes, it's basically a soul weapon. More you murder, better it gets.
I'll say, you know, why not a glove? Gloves of soul catching, or yeah, a legendary gloves for my staff of defense sounds about right.
Wonder if there's any barding for my horse. Well, my Pegasus.
Upgrade the
Though I
horse.
do need
Now,
a sword. It's become pretty obvious.
You're currently riding it without any barding, and it hurts your crotch and your
Oof.
thighs.
It helps that I'm super light. It's not exactly like I'm slamming down to my own crotch with 1,000 pounds.
You all would have noticed, much like Hoseki, after too long, the elderly Haru does cast ritually Phantom Steed, and it looks strangely identical to Hoseki's.
Huh.
That's why he had the spell book the night before. He was copying some spells.
A lot of similar natures of things from the temple. Makes sense.
Rules wise, it's the ritual caster thing, but I thought it was just fitting if he just took spells from Hoseki, the only wizard there.
Yes, but apart from the barding, I think it's become obvious I need a magic sword.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be, with the unfortunate decision to open these borders and with all the stuff coming in from Okoyama, there will be more than enough luxurious things that we can find within the city.
That's a good idea. Maybe I should look for things to buy to help improve my mansion.
Yes, your city could also, I'm sure they have plenty of builders as well in case you were looking to make additional housing or other
Actually,
such
do we want to
things.
stop by the village so I can grab my money?
I think we have to go a
Is
few
it?
days.
It's on the way, isn't it?
no, we'd have to go
No,
back up and then across.
you guys already walked for 1 day, so you guys went like this, something like this. You
Oof.
need to go like to here, and then like this.
That's okay. Guess we'll rely on trade-in value.
They just have a big
Magical
stack of
items
money.
always fetch a high price.
Yeah, it's a very rare one, to be fair.
You travel for a couple of hours on day 2. You arrive at a bridge.
It's my natural enemy.
As you cross the bridge, all of you spot a pale woman in a kimono. She stands at the edge. Bed. She stands at the edge. She has long black hair covering her face. You can hear a soft whisper from her voice. Please help me. Help me.
Does this just look like can we see the woman, or is she just?
She's right here.
Oh well, I was gonna say if she looked like a normal person, perhaps, but
I'll look to
hmm.
Kuma. This is more your area, spirits and all that, right?
Spirits, but not necessarily this type of
That's
spirit.
clearly a spirit.
Well, yes, but spirit. I don't. That's undead technically. It's not the exact same, but I can take a look.
Haru, do you also have any kind of experience with such creatures?
They do not. Much like I'm sure Brother Hoseki told you, we dealt more with people of the material world, and unfortunately, I cannot tell if it is a malevolent spirit or peaceful, and some of my abilities could be quite harmful to it if it were friendly and I were to ask it to go away.
I think Kuma's, as he walks along the bridge, just yells over, "Hey, what you need help with?"
Save my baby. And she points at the water.
Do I look down? Do I see a baby?
No.
Is
Not a.
I? No, no. Okay, so I'm going to be the one who has to do it then, huh?
I
Do
can't
you want me
swim.
to take a look?
Do you have an ability? Sure, if you have an ability.
Give me a second, and he will take the time, or if I could have already had it prepared and just not summon it, he will summon his familiar that is a white falcon
Mm-hmm.
to swoop down and take a look.
And literally goes into the water.
It doesn't have a swim speed because it's just a
Yeah, see the
falcon.
problem here?
It's going to do the thing that hunting birds do, where it will get super close. But if it reaches the point where I feel he's got to dive in, it's gonna do one dive at least.
It can make a perception check.
All right, and because of its keen sight, it will make it at advantage. Not like that really matters in this situation, but
With a 22, the falcon can see that at the bottom of the water there is a small skull of what could be a human baby. What the falcon also notices is that inside the water are quippers.
there are carnivorous fish around a small skull. It would appear the infant or baby.
Baby.
The baby was lost.
Hmm. I'm not surprised. It seems like this situation was long ago, but maybe we can still help her get her baby back if we go and get the skull.
How is there any indication as to how long this spirit looks like it may have been here?
You can make a religion check.
That's a really big quipper.
Oh, it's a swarm.
Oh, I understand. I'm just saying he just got a lot. He just looks like that really big quippers.
One big fish.
Just one huge one.
You think and look at the spirit and it's like, you have no idea.
it's okay. I think I'll try to help if you guys are okay with it.
I
Um,
could try to distract these fish while you retrieve the skull.
I can swim. I'm good at it.
I'm going to slowly, and it's going to take a long time, but I am going to start muttering and ritually casting water breathing.
I could probably shoot it.
But there's a bunch of quippers. You'd take forever to shoot them.
Yeah.
Like we could kill them. Like I don't doubt we couldn't try. It'd just be a long time to necessarily keep killing them all. Distraction is possibly the better choice.
I could probably distract some of them.
Yeah.
That's what clones are great for, anyway.
I could also try to talk to them, but I don't. Carnivores beasts aren't necessarily known for their willing to acquiesce to your requests without some type of thing to give them. Could throw a bunch of meat over this side of the bridge, and I can jump in that side of the bridge. That could work. You know, like you put your clone in there, and then we throw meat around it, so then it kind of like, they think it's a body.
Mm. That could work quite well. I think that, if anything, if that does not work, I should be able to dangle a foot or a limb into the water, and that should distract them enough for whoever to.
We just need the meat then.
Yeah.
Um. What? We could just throw some rations in. Would be our best bet, probably. 'Cause
All
I
right.
still need- So
I'll
I'm gonna get
use.
in position though. Just don't worry, Mrs. Spirit. I'm just coming across here so I can find the way down. And I'm gonna come
I'll
over this
I'll
side
fly
just
up
to get.
fairly high with my Pegasus and use Echo Avatar rather than a normal Echo. That way I can move up to 1,000 feet away from me. I don't want to be anywhere near this fucking fish.
Alright. So the echo is going in.
It's just gonna fly off to the other side and wait till someone starts dumping meat in.
Alright.
I'm gonna just climb down. Like this is a cliff, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a climbing speed, so I'll like get down, not in the water, but I'll be basically just above the water, so I don't have to jump in and make a splash.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in position whenever you are ready.
Who's throwing the meat in?
I can fly over and just drop them in instead of tossing it. That might lead them a little further away.
Alright, I'll follow you with my clone. And drop with the meat.
Alright. How much meat?
I'll give you 5 of the rations I have. Or no, I have more than that actually. I'll give you all my rations. Fuck it, I don't care. I'll find food otherwise. So I'll just give you 10 rations out of my stuff.
10 days worth of food sounds pretty good to drop in.
Yeah, it's pretty much. That's like 20 pounds. I'll follow that down with my clone. Sploosh!
Either Tatsu or Gihei can make a deception check at advantage.
I have the new mask thing, so I am proficient in deception. +2 to my charisma, which I need to mark down. Alright. 15.
Alright, and that they are swimming to clone GA to attack him.
Okay, as I do that, I'll sploosh my way in and swim down towards where the body would have been, or the
Oh
skull.
wait, I don't have the mask. That's right. So that's a 10.
That'd be yeah.
I'm just removing it from my stuff. You could have absolutely had it.
No, it's yours. We gave it to you.
Mm-hmm.
I just forgot we gave it to you for a second.
So then it's a 10. So
It's a 10.
that is then not good enough. But a part of them split off. Like what happens is they split off halfway there. They they see Camus jump into the water, and then and then half of them split off towards the food, and the other half split off towards Camus.
Uh-oh. I'm sorry, I fucked us.
You can make me an athletics check to see if you're fast enough to grab the skull and get out of the water.
Oh, athletics is not my strong suit.
Mhm.
I will attempt to do so.
So you both, so two halves go towards each other, and so I'll do it is I'll roll 2 attacks with disadvantage. One on Clone GA, this one will be on Clone GA with disadvantage. 19.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yeah, it's gone.
And then another attack on Kamu with disadvantage. Natural 20.
That
Oh,
misses.
oh my God! Thank goodness.
That's
That's
how many quippers
75.
there are.
Yeah.
And then I imagine Kamu will disengage and get the hell out of the
Yeah,
water.
that's what yeah. Kuma will get out of the water as quick as he can, as soon as he retrieves the skull.
Yes,
If
you
that's it.
succeed at that. And so
Oh,
the quippers stop being a threat.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We should have just killed
Right.
them all.
You
I
see
don't know if we could
Haru,
have. There was like hundreds of them in there. There's a lot more.
Haru had quit casting and was getting ready to throw Spirit Guardians on himself and leap in to rescue you guys, and then saw the swarm and just stopped, realizing he can't swim.
Good way
The
to
biggest
solve
problem.
this one is control water. Away water. Grab
Yep.
skull.
I
Yeah.
was regretting not taking it.
I was also considering using animal, what do you call it? Conjure animals, and just have a bunch of them splash into the water the other end, and then
Yeah.
while
Oh
they're
my
getting eaten
God.
alive, I just go and grab the skull. Not real.
That could work.
They're just spirit friends that I'm betraying. Because they are explicitly fey, so like they're basically just spirits. They're like, "Hey, what do you want?" Oh no!
The
But yeah,
best
it comes.
use
You
when
have
you've come across a trap hallway.
the old skull. You have it in your hand. It's a tiny skull.
Um, I don't know. Is this what you meant, young lass
My
or old
baby,
lass?
please give him to me.
Sure. I don't want this. He'll walk up and hand her the skull. Well, I don't know if she can take the skull 'cause she's not like corporeal, but
She
try to hand
grabs
her
the
it.
scroll and it like disappears. And she says, "Thank you. You
No
have
problem.
reunited us." And she points to the two flowers next to you, and they start blooming as she disappears. And
Oh,
they
that's nice.
are two, if you pluck them,
Yeah,
two
sure.
greater healing flowers. Those are rare. Eat them as a bonus action, and you gain 20 hit points. Feed them to another as an action.
Ooh, so like a kind of weird healing potion.
Yeah.
Neat.
Only now it is a blue flower, and they have different qualities. These two are both greater.
Get her healing ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll pick them up and then I'll come back to the group and go like, "Well, she was nice enough to give us some healing flowers. Pretty rare ones of that."
Excellent. You should hang on to those.
Yeah, sure. We'll put them in my bag because after watching those flowers come at me, I nearly shit myself. Something fierce. But yeah, that's good. That's good.
It's always good to help out, even if it's just a spirit. It keeps this land slightly safer. Although we hopefully could maybe do something about these fish because that's incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, that's how the fuck did that happen?
Nature is wild.
Well, you see, when a mommy fish loves a daddy fish very, very much.
There should be a fishing village here then.
So there's a
There's
whole
that
bunch
many.
of them just in the water still, right? The quippers.
Mm-hmm.
Would I be able to fire breath? Like, would my fire breath be able to hit them, or does it just hit the top of the water and end? Like,
It would be able to hit them, but they would have automatic resistance due to
being
being
submerged.
submerged.
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of them though. I'll spend one breath. I'll lean over the side and transform, just so that way, like maybe they get cut down by like a cup, a little bit.
Go ahead. Going.
Steam the water.
Fail, so you basically take down 15 of them, and what happens is that you see that some like the large swarm is splitting up. Some of them are going north, and others are going south. So if you've disbanded the large swarm,
Oh, okay. I was just hoping to. Oh, did they immediately eat the dead ones, or are the dead fish still in there?
some of them basically grab the dead one and swim away with its mouth with the dead one.
I was gonna say we could just pluck some fish out, and now we have just some fish. But oh
Those
well, I think
aren't very how do you say it? They aren't very tasty fish. Edible, not tasty.
meat is meat to me. So oh well, I think that's fine as long as the swarm is gone now. Bit more acceptable to my tastes to have them at least dispersed in some manner.
Good job.
Well, if anything, at least we might expect to. Hopefully, we'll run into some more people along the way that might need assistance as well.
You're not wrong. Well, let's keep going though.
You travel again for a couple of hours. All of a sudden, as you travel the road, a fox jumps onto the road.
Hello.
That's adorable.
It does a soft bite on Kuma's foot. Clearly not intended to hurt him, and then a pull on his foot.
This is why. Okay, just to mention, this is what I mean by Fae being, or the spirits being fuckery. I have no clue who this fox is, but I will probably have to follow it.
Very well, let's follow the fox.
I'm sorry, I know this is very random. It just happens a lot with
And
your
there's no
kinds of
chance that
spirits.
this is just a fox.
There is okay, I may or may not have once before followed a fox for 6 days, thinking it was leading me somewhere, when reality it was only running away from me. But that's not the point. Most of the time, it's not like this direct.
Is it possible to communicate with it? What does the fox say?
Fuck.
Alright, can
I
we
hate-
ban him?
I can talk to the fox technically, if we want me to. But it's also just very directly telling us to come with, so do you want me to talk to it?
Let's just follow it and see where it leads.
Okay.
Yeah, I just took the opportunity for the joke.
Oh, I know you did, but I had to ask just to make sure you weren't also asking. Oh yeah, we'll just follow the fox then.
Alright, the fox starts running away. As you follow it, you notice that if you quicken your pace, the fox starts running faster. Everyone
Oh,
that
it's one
wants
of
to keep
these.
following it, make an athletics check.
Oh boy. I don't have any way to speed myself up. Nope.
Go horse! Horse rolled a 10.
Kuma. So now it's still Kuma and Tatsu.
I did. I rolled mine. I got a 5.
Haru and Tatsu.
Yeah, oh yeah. Haru and
Yeah.
Tatsu.
How does that work for a spectral horse that doesn't get tired?
Well, still
Roll
has to roll an athletics
strength.
check. Yeah. Alright, Tatsu successful.
This will have to be straight strength for it.
Yep. You rolled
Haru
that in
is
mine.
also successful. The fox is very quick and hard to keep spotting, and you really need to go along. And Gie and Kuma basically lost sight of the fox, but also lost sight of Tatsu and Haru, who are still on the trail of the fox. Come at a small hill, and the fox goes into a little hole. And he goes in, and you see him come out another hole, then go into another hole again. And both Tatsu and Haru can make a perception check if they can follow the fox into its hole network, or see how it's going. Tatsu is successful, and Haru as well. Now that you are at the other side of a hill, you see that the fox goes over a very small bean. As it waits on the other side for you guys, making a gesture that it clearly wants you to follow it over the beam.
Is this just a kind of like an implication that like I have to go across the beam, or could I just go over it?
That would be an insight check to tell.
Guess I gotta go
You
across.
have to go across the beam, which would
All
be
right.
an acrobatics check.
Oof.
Which you make.
I will wait on our friend. I do not feel comfortable going across such a thing. My horse is fearless. I am not.
The fox runs off, making a gesture to Tatsu to follow him.
Back. That sounds like a fine idea. If you wish to regroup with the rest of our traveling companions,
I can move relatively quick, and we'll turn around and zoom back.
I guess I will pursue this fox alone.
Alright, and Tatsu, as you follow the fox by yourself, you end up in a hidden shrine, where the fox stands next to a statue of another fox. And there is a bowl at the feet of the other fox with lots of fruit in there. The fox bites into the bowl, pulls out an apple, and tries to give it to you.
I will immediately accept this apple and just take it into my hands.
It starts making chewing imitations.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give a quick mental prayer, and also a prayer that Kuma has not led me into eating some poison apple, and I will just plop. I'll just start taking chunks out of this apple as I'm in my human form currently.
As you eat from the apple, you gain a permanent +1 into your constitution. You feel
Fantastic.
much healthier.
You got
In
buffed.
Yeah, in honor, after I eat this apple and be like, wow, this apple feels awesome. Uh, I will give a quick bow and then also give a prayer to the statue and the fox. I don't have any kind of fruits or anything on I don't imagine I would carry that kind of stuff around with me, but I do have my small little 5 platinum worth sapphire that I found, and I will offer it to the shrine if that's something the fox may accept.
gestures you to follow it again.
Oh, okay. Because the sapphire is my food, so I'll offer food back. And I guess I'm gonna continue following this fox. It's leading me to great things, apparently.
As it reunites you with your party who was lost.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly where I needed to go.
As the fox disappears.
That was quite a journey. There's a lot of little places that we had to go through, and then there's this temple as well, where I ate fruit and offered a sapphire, and it led me back here. Is this common, Kuma? Is this typically what happens?
Spirit fuckery is the best way I can put it. It's common in the sense that it's as common as they want it to be. It can happen all the time, or it doesn't happen at all. There's no real concept of actual consistency with these creatures, so saying it's common is hard to say.
I understand. Uh, well, I must say, as what I believe at first, there might have been other times such animals might have tried to lead me places I wouldn't know, but there was an experience for sure.
I fucking tripped on a tree branch. That's what the kid looks out the floor because it's like the first thing I just imagine he ran after it, and then just he hit a tree branch, just biffed it. That's what
Yeah.
happened. I couldn't keep up.
I
Yeah, he
thought
stopped so he
Haru,
can take care of Kuma once he
yeah,
ate shit.
I thought Haru had blessed you to be able to be more advantageous of such things, but I guess it happens to us all.
Being aware of potential danger and tripping over a stick are completely different things.
I'm
Yes, that
pretty.
makes sense.
What makes me kind of sad though is like all the other roles were like all things I'm really good at. It was only athletics I suck. Oh boy.
Was
There,
a
sword brother. One day
was
you will
a
have
kitsune
the.
trial.
Yeah.
Kitsune are helpful spirits, but also pranksters that sometimes show up and give samurai tests to follow their fox through different skills. And if you succeed on the skills, then they give you a small reward.
Nice. Either way, let's just keep going.
Wouldn't call +1 permanent constitution small, but that is still nice. I'm not gonna complain about it.
And to be clear, you meant +1 as in not the modifier goes up by +1, but the actual stat, correct?
Yeah, the stat goes up by
Gotcha.
Alright, as you travel onwards, the rest of the day goes off without any problems. You take a long rest, and tomorrow you guys will arrive in Okoyama.
I have never been to the larger cities. Is there something I should expect, or perhaps types of magic I should prepare?
Um,
Hide your money in your shoe.
If you carry any, yes, there there are many in the lower city parts that require, if they can get their hands on it, such valuable things, and they will take them.
He's looking at his plated boots. Like, I will have to find out how to. Hmm. He seems to be a very literal person, though very wise, very literal about. He's trying to figure out how to put this, like, probably grapefruit-sized bag of coins into his boot. Perhaps if I buy another boot, I can put it in that.
No, no, that won't work. The whole point is that you're near your foot. So, like, if someone takes anything from it or takes it, you will know instantly.
Oh. I will just keep it. He will tuck it back like within the armor plates where he had it before. If I just simply need to know, then I thank you for your advice. I will watch for the tiny thieves.
As long as you are forewarned.
Alright, after the long rest, a new day comes, and your journey to Okayama on the third day goes without incident.
Nice.
So you arrive in Okayama from here. And you can see the city. Above on a hill is the governor's palace and the samurai district on its own wallings. You arrive in the in one of the farming districts. Right here, there's the shopping center, the food courts where the best restaurants in the entire island are, the harbor where it's mostly inhabited by Huanan traders, and several different parks inside the city.
This is a very nice map.
hmm I did not make it. I
Damn.
wish.
Well,
It's
hey,
a coastside city, so
Shall we go through the farming district to the shopping district?
that's what I was thinking. Get our shopping out of the way, and then we can decide what we want to do next.
Are we not here for?
We are here for shopping.
We are here for.
Shopping.
With a
Shopping.
with as quietly as possible, I will let Haru know that yes, we are here to potentially find the scroll. That is one of our missions, but we are trying to deal with Maya Kobayashi, and we are trying to get in contact with Governor Toin, so that way we could potentially get him onto our side in dealing with Maya Kobayashi. And we cannot really just go straight up. We gotta ease our way into it. So yes, we're here for shopping.
Do either of those names ring a bell to a person who has lived at a temple their whole life?
you can make a history check.
Thank you. Doopy doopy doo. Here we go.
Yes, because they are very high-profile people in this city and therefore this tiny island. And Maya Kobayashi is basically, and Governor Toin are basically the two leaders of this town. Where she is
Gotcha.
basically the highest ranked samurai of this town, and the governor is basically a agent of the emperor slash daimyo.
And I am not the greatest at subterfuge. I will follow all of your leads. And he will dismount, desummon the horse, and kind of just clank on behind everybody.
Going through the farmers' district, looks peaceful. Many of the farmers, as due to their station, when you pass them, stop their work, bow towards you, as they should towards a samurai, and then continue on with their work.
A lot of them no more after that
Mhm.
because I don't really want to interrupt their days.
At the
Simple peasants, as much as it is.
at the gate, there is a large amount of militia soldiers, peasants that are allowed to fight. They are limited to the weapons of the short bow, spear, and dagger. And this one is led by one. And this group is led by one samurai. He greets you all as you approach. Welcome in Okayama. My name is
Thank you.
Soga. What is your business here today?
Exchanging magical items.
All right, then welcome to the city. May I ask what type of magical items?
Sure. We got a mask we no longer need and a staff that we no longer need.
All right, come in. Feel free and enjoy your stay in town.
Thank you very much.
He looks for your samurai ring, or you have to show him your scroll of pedigree that you all get as a samurai.
Yeah, I'll just I'll flash my ring.
Mm-hmm.
I also keep the ring on me.
Yep.
You can go in without any problems then.
All right.
Arriving in the shopping center, you guys are looking for a magical shop. And there are 3 magical shops here. On the front, it does say only service to samurai. There is the magical shop spells and imagination. Then you have the myth and mystery, and you have steel of honor.
What are those names
Anybody
again,
have
sorry?
Spell and imagination, myth and mystery, and steel of honor.
Well, if we're looking for, well, Steel of Honor sounds like it would technically be the one that I believe for more, weaponry.
That's true. Myth and Mystery sounds cool though.
Oh yeah, but that sounds like, scrolls and shite. So,
I figured Magic and Imagination was more scrolls.
I don't know, they all sound like scroll, and I just want to go and see if we can get a weapon. Especially you need a weapon, mostly.
That's true. Let's make that our first stop then.
Alright, to the steel of honor.
Yeah.
Let me check the copy paste you there. It looks like a large forge. You hear the fires going in it within it. You hear ting, 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 ting.
See?
We definitely picked the best shop.
Ah, I told you, it was a good one to choose. Walking in towards it. I recognize these ones as well. But I know out of character.
Yeah, I don't
Am I allowed
recognize
to
any
bring
of
this
these
Pegasus
people.
inside, or shall I leave it outside?
I think it's more
Feel
respectful
free
not
to bring it in, says a.
Oh,
You see another war forged, but this one has like very freaky eyes. Welcome
Oh.
to the Steel and Honor. He says it in another language, but there's like this box next to him that translates it into your language.
Okay.
Convenient.
Hello. We're some samurais looking to buy some weaponry. Generally
Then you have
speaking.
come to the right place. The Steel of Honor is the place where you will buy weapons and armor. Now, for a personal research, give me one moment. He grabs a sort of small box and he points it at you guys. And he goes, "One hot boy detected." Points it at Tatsu.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Hey, do you come here often?
Uh, well, this would be my first time to this shop. Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. How may I help you now with the steel and the Steel of Honor? Here is our shopping list.
Oh, perfect.
I love when they come with a list.
Oh wow, a lot of good stuff here. A lot of very
Yeah.
expensive stuff here as well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
You see at the forge is the master, and that is a large minotaur.
And since they had discussed it, Haru will start taking the mask off to hand it over.
All right. Do we want to trade in the mask or the staff here?
No.
The mask is of use, but as you all said, and he will go over and start looking at stuff because there are stuff that amuses me.
Well, I guess we could ask them if we could just exchange them both. How much would they give us for each of these?
Give
I
me
guess
a
that's
moment, please. May I inspect them first?
yeah.
So my name is Champion of the Abyss, Admiral Chaperone, by the way. I
Nice
am
to meet you.
a intern. So he grabs both of the items, the mask. He identifies them. You can trade this staff in for any rare item on our shopping list, and this one you can trade in for any very rare item. Looks at the mask.
Oh wow.
All right.
I'm just currently looking at the stuff.
What is the scale of the stuff that like we're seeing? Is this like is the quality of a lot of this work higher than any of the work I've generally seen, like item wise?
In
Okay.
terms of things, you would even know what the Steel of Honor is. It is basically on this island in terms of weapon fabrication. Kinjo Sozun is part of the Shozen clan, and they are known as the best blacksmiths in the on the island. So in terms of quality, you can't find anything better on the island.
Gotcha.
The
Are you
Shozen
able
clan
to?
is also the only group of blacksmiths that even know how to make the greatest samurai weapons of all, Zanpakutos, which they
Yeah,
regard within their clan as a very closely regarded secret.
I see because you have the Zanpakuto respec listed, but I don't know what the actual things that a Zanpakuto would do.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
You could ask around.
We'd have to find one first.
Well, you don't find one; they craft one for you. Finding a Zanpakuto is useless because they are specifically made for their wielder.
Ah,
Yeah, they're soulbind to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I will ask then about for Zanpakutos and whatnot. Is like, I unfortunately. Go ahead.
The chaperone says, "Oh, that you have to ask Master Kinyo about. He is the only. He is teaching us how to make Zanpakutos."
Oh, I see. Well, I will be sure to ask him. As I was going to mention, I unfortunately do not wield weapons or armor. I fight with my hands. Would you have anything? Would a Zanpakuto be able to work with that?
You could take claw extensions on a claw extension Zanpakuto or +1 claw extensions. You attach them to your hands, and then your claw attacks, or or on your teeth, as he's looking at you with the weird googly eyes. And then you can bite better and slash better with your natural weapons.
I
By the
see.
way, your teeth look amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. I tend to try to take good care of them.
uh, with that in mind, I'd like to exchange the staff if no one has any objections. Get a. I need a weapon, but does that weapon buff there for the uncommon, that the blood weapon that gains 2d6 hit points, is that make your weapon magical?
Let me check real quick in the. Yeah, it does.
Okay. 150 platinum for that. Alright, what we could do. I can't. I have 100 platinum on me. Could I borrow 50 platinum from Kuma? And then
Oh,
give him back
by the
when
way,
I.
that makes it. How much platinum did Amy's character have?
Oh, that's true.
If we're gonna throw that into our communal amount of what we.
I'm saying that platinum is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
It's the
I
same
was
I
mostly
didn't
asking if
carry
Kuma
over.
would loan me 50 platinum until we get back to my place and we can give him it back.
I probably could loan it. I just want to see how much it costs for a Zanpakuto before
That's fair.
nes-
I would
necessarily
also am
promising any
interested in
money
such
to
a thing.
anybody.
Master Goseki and I will start counting out 50 platinum. But if we are to get rid of the mask, and he points at the fire giant belt, strength belt, I really like that. And he is trying, much like a kid who has never been shopping. You can tell this guy has never been in society before. Is trying to whisper, but is whispering like a kid in a candy store. But he will give you 50 platinum.
Alright. Thank you.
And as he's purchasing that, I will go up to the Minotaur. Is it this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I go,
He seems to be in
um,
charge of the shop.
I go, excuse me. Would I be able to talk to you for a moment?
Of course. How can I help you?
I was looking to see if I could if you would be willing to create for me a Zanpakuto.
That depends.
Sure. What?
Have you done a great deed?
I slain a monkey prince.
Hmm. Tell me
I've
more about this monkey prince.
He was a scoundrel that had been attacking many villages in the east. It was the east of here, wasn't it? Technically, I think so.
Yep.
And he was raiding with alongside some Hawaiian pirates. He'd been causing much commotion, destroying many a village, killing Fae, hurting a local brewer, and attacking a temple. And by my very bow, I got the final shot on him and took his head off, despite the fact that he was a very dexterous little fella. Hard to hit, best of times, but we did it in the end. Quite a strong opponent.
He was harder to fight than the Baylor we killed.
Oh yeah, we
True.
did also kill a Baylor. That also is also an impressive feat when I think about it. We've done a
Well,
didn't think about that one
Yeah,
either.
I was gonna say recently we quite literally we returned an ancient scroll to a temple that was keeping a great devil or demon at bay, in which we had to enter said prison and defeat the Baylor, where he then, in a great ball of fire, exploded and nearly killed, well, even before we were struggling, but we managed to defeat him and seal him away.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we've done a few things when
Yeah.
it comes to
We
recollection.
also went through a deep forest where we brought back a great spirit to life through Kuma's own
Uh,
helping hands.
yeah. I was going to bring that up as well. I was just giving there's a lot to go through.
We've had quite a lot of fun so far.
That
Yeah.
sounds good enough for a potential 3 Zampactos, each for 1 tail. But do remember this. You might fool me if you are lying, but you will not fool the hammer that will beat upon your soul when I make this weapon.
How much
Okay.
does it cost? So I've made a price.
Nothing.
Shit.
Let's line up and do this then.
It comes down to he can make 3 Zampactos, each for one of the story, but it has then one of the stories needs to be assigned to the character. And if the hammer and the soul decide that the story is good enough, then a Zampacto will be formed. If he
Can
does
I get
not
the
think
monkey
it is
prince?
good, if he thinks it, if it is not good enough, something else will happen.
Oof. I must ask, I do not know if you have the capabilities as the storefront manager does, but this is not what my real form is. I do not know how this would take place. Would this be a sword?
It can be whatever you want it to be. A Zampacto is an extension of the soul and an extension of the person it is made of. Do know that once a Zampacto is made, you sacrifice 1 attunement slot forever. And the Zampacto, just like the soul, at the start is weak, but it shall grow stronger.
Hmm.
Is it immediately magical? Can I stab things
Yes.
better than a non-magical? Okay, good. Thank you. As long as I can stab things better than I can with this.
I understand. Is there. I do not wish to insult you by asking this, but do you have an example of your work before I commit to? I will live a long time, and a long time with having a permanent weapon by my side is quite a task. And I would ask if you could give me an example of such work.
I do not know if there is any of the Zampacto that I've come across that I've made over my lifetime still in the city. Maybe the samurais have left or they are still around. I do not
I
know.
don't think an example would be helpful anyway, considering it's based on our souls.
Each one is unique
I
and
do
they
have a
grow
question.
stronger with the user.
Yeah. Does the tail this tail is used in exchange for the thing, but does the tail influence the weapon, or is it just more like
No,
the
no,
tail is
no.
just the cost?
It's the cost.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
Okay,
if
well I guess
the
my
tail is not good enough, then
Hmm?
you would receive a blow with the hammer directly at your soul, which hurts a lot.
I could imagine. Well, I guess for me it would technically probably be the resurrecting the spirits of the Fae. I guess that makes sense for my one.
That was probably the one most tied to you.
Yeah, more personal than anything else. I knew
I
that for a long
was
time.
I was dealing with personal issues with the Monkey Prince. Considering he attacked my village, I'd be happy to take that one.
I did
Fanta-
have the
Especially with how
Baylor
we killed that
explode
one.
in my face
You did
during that
grapple with
battle.
that giant
Yeah.
Baylor very personally. You were literally like face to
Yeah.
face with the Baylor the entire fight.
I think if we are going to commit to this, then that is something that I will accept, and I would be willing to try to have this Zanpakuto be made then.
Oh wow, says the elven girl in there. She's wearing like a blacksmith's uniform. Says, I am so excited. Now we finally get to see how one actually is made. By the way, hello, I'm Samiria.
Well, it's lovely to meet
I
you.
am Gihei.
I am
Kie,
Suyoku Tatsu,
hello, Tatsu.
and this is
I'm
our
Kuma.
other companion.
Hello there.
Referencing back towards Haru in the back.
By the way,
Haru
Tatsu.
has went full like child and has a bunch of like 1 silver knickknacks and whatever like useless stuff he could get from little shops outside, and is just like overwhelmed by the city.
He's having fun.
Yeah, mind you, he is a guy and is like I've decided he is almost 50 and had never left the temple, so he is very much and just letting you guys do your thing. He would not dare step in on something like that, but is waiting around to see about if he can trade the mask off.
By the way, Tatsu, those scales of yours, they are wonderful. How do you maintain them so well?
Give it a quick
Sorry,
look
the other
around.
sis is like, the other one is like another elven lady is like, sis, I think he's trying to keep that a secret. Oh shit, sorry.
I would be happy to walk around as that, but at the current moment, we are trying to be not necessarily discreet, but not super eye catching. So
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to continue with my lessons, and I'm going to make observations about how this Zampacto is made.
Who wants to go first?
I don't mind. This is what I came here for specifically.
All right.
would you like to make your purchase, Gihei, before we do the Zangpakto?
No, this is more important. Let's get this done, and then I'll exchange the staff for some armor for my Pegasus. If I can get a weapon out of this, I'm happy. Why would I buy a weapon over there if I'm going to get one from this man?
Do you not need the money then, Master Gihei?
Likely not. I will hand you back your 50 platinum.
It's,
Thank you, though.
And here's the interest.
I hand him 51 platinum.
I do not understand this concept of interest. It seems dark and brooding. I like it.
In that case, unless one of you two wish to go first, I would be willing to be
Yes,
the
Kuma's already
example.
said he would go first.
Yeah, I
All right,
said
then
go.
Kuma
I
steps
got
up.
dibs on second.
If I can be of any help, please let me know. But I smell something delicious that way.
Don't get lost.
Right. Your name is Kuma, right? And your story is about the resurrection of a powerful spirit.
Yes, a good friend of mine. That's the wrong voice. Um, yeah, a good friend of mine. She was slain by the Monkey Prince, but bringing her back was a special task that was given to me by the spirits themselves.
Alright, the fire goes out of the forge. Please stand inside of the forge. Right
Okay.
here.
He's just like started walking over. He's like, "You're not going to cook me, all right? I don't smell good if you
I
burn
am
me."
going to extract a piece of your soul and then use the fires to reforge it into A weapon you imagine. If the story is good enough, then your Zanpakuto shall be made.
Sorry, what was that again? Sorry, because my mom come in just as you said that, so I just didn't quite hear the first
He
part.
said he will extract a part of your soul and then use the fires to forge a weapon that you imagine. And
Mhm.
if your story is good enough, it shall form a Zanpakuto.
Yep.
As he like holds a big smithing hammer with two hands, stands ready to like basically do this sort of bat movement. Are you ready?
As ready as I can be.
All right. And then he swings the large hammer at you, hits you. On impact, the fires of the forge go on again, and he hits again and again, but the blows do not hurt. The fire does not hurt. And after about 2 minutes of hitting, the fires go out, and then in front of you here, what type of item do we see as the weapon of your choice?
A longbow, specifically again one that's like designed for his purposes, so it's bigger and larger than most even longbows for most other samurai, and the draw weight is a lot higher.
And here you'll all see the Zanpakuto tier list of leveling up.
Okay.
All of you can see it now. So one spell attunement slot is destroyed, and currently the Zanpakuto is either a +1 weapon or a +1 spellcasting modifier. Because it
Well,
is
plus
level
one
1.
weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus one weapon is obviously the one I'm picking here. My
So,
spellcasting is
as
not
you
my
can
focus.
see, every time the Zanpakuto levels up with a amount of kills that it needs, you get a point, and then you can spend that point on one of the tier abilities that you want. So you're currently level 1, and 10 kills is level 2, then you get 1 point, and then you could make your Zanpakuto a +2 weapon, or you could put a 1 spell in that you can cast once per day, or you could put all sorts of other abilities in there.
Oh, this is cool. This is real cool.
As it goes all the way up to level 20, and then when you hit level 20, then for every 2,000 kills, you get another point.
With his magical ammunition, does that mean that my weapon attacks aren't magical yet, or how does that work?
Basically, you have to keep track of your arrows, and this stops needing to keep track of your arrows, so you have unlimited arrows.
Oh, okay, that's what that means.
Pull back on the drawstring, an arrow, a magic arrow forms, essentially, kind of
Yeah,
deal.
I get you. Okay.
I do have a question. When it says about the kills, is this specifically kills with the Zanpakuto, or like
Yep.
if I breathe fire and kill 10 people?
Basically, that would work.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So, because Els as a spellcaster, he cast Fireball, and
Yeah.
I just outcasted Spirit Guardians and run through an orphanage.
Yeah.
Or a very particular
Yeah, I
large
guess.
school of fish.
Yeah, jump into that fish, that big swarm, and kill a whole
Also, I
bunch.
guess I'd
Funnily
ask.
enough, due to game mechanics, that still only counts as one.
God damn it.
Yeah. Also, I
Gotcha,
guess the
gotcha.
question would be: is when it comes to the kills, like, do they you specifically have to be the one to kill them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill stealing is about to go up a lot.
Yeah,
For
literally.
example, one of the abilities at level 1 is Transform Weapon. So, for example, now your weapon is just a longbow. But if you take the Transform Weapon thing, you could change your Zanpakuto suddenly in a katana.
Yeah.
And then if you take it again, you could turn it also into a greatsword.
Then I'm interaction.
Yeah.
I do have a
Time for
question.
Haru to start leaving people at 1 hit point.
Yeah.
If I turn my sword into a hand crossbow, is it coming loaded?
Sure.
Cool.
So it says whenever you consumes 1 or 2 minutes off forever, and then it's a choice between a +1 to attack and damage. But then on the tier 1 abilities, it says +1 weapon. Does that mean if I were to at the
Uh,
tier 1 ability
it
pick
becomes
+1,
it would become
+2?
it would become a +2 weapon.
So this could go to a +4 weapon.
No, with the max, it means that that's the maximum you could get with like
I
the
see.
+3.
Gotcha. So you could take +1 twice and to get a +3. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And all it takes
Wow,
is
cool.
30 killing blows.
Yeah, tier 1, then 2, then it goes up to what, 20? Jesus. So you get to tier 20, which would be 20 abilities?
Yeah. But to
Dang.
get level 20, you also need to kill 2,000
Gotta
creatures.
kill a couple villages and some other stuff. Yeah.
Like more than a couple of villages.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
All right. What you got, Kuma, for your first pick?
But
It's
I
level
already picked
1,
it. Just
so
your +1 weapon. Yeah. So I just get
Ah,
+1 weapon as the initial one you get.
first needs to kill 10 people before.
Yeah, we're technically at 0, and then we have to kill. Yeah, we gotta go get a kill. And then get up to 10.
all right, I had next.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Out of curiosity as well, when it comes to like the kills, like it just has to be something you kill. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a person or anything like that.
It has to be, let's say, it has to be a creature of significant danger. So killing a
No
plant.
killing ants.
Yeah.
Well, that's I wasn't really thinking about ants, but I was like, okay, what if I just like
Creature,
went
I'd say it like
hunting?
this: creatures that have a powerful enough soul.
Fair enough.
That works. All
Just
right.
need to.
All
Is he
right.
ready for me?
Yes, I am. Please step into the fires. One more.
Oh, right.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your tale is the one about beating the monkey prince that endangered your village, right?
Yes. You endangered my village, enslaved many others. We banded together with my friends over there and took him down, freeing many. It was
Right.
the hardest fought fight I have ever seen.
Raises the hammer and comes near and beats your soul with it. 2 minutes of beating on the soul, and as he is finished, the fires go out. And what type of weapon is waiting for you here?
Uh, I would say it would look like a one-handed katana. Definitely useful for like a dex fighter. It probably looks like it could also be used as a hand crossbow in a pinch. So like it's one of those weird
It's a gun sword, but then
with a
a
crossbow. Yeah,
a
exactly.
gun crossbow. Only it doesn't have the crossbow abilities yet.
Exactly. It looks like it's ready for it. It just
Mm-hmm.
needs the power.
Yeah. All right. Then just like with Akuma, the same applies for you with the leveling list.
All right. So it's just right now it becomes a +1 weapon, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it. All right.
No matter what, basically, it just replaces my. I just basically rename my current bow just so that it would be the
Mm-hmm.
Zanpakuto. Just need to keep track of kills now.
Yep.
I have a question then, because I plan to make mine, I guess, a pair of gauntlets or like something that would attach to either my jaw or my claws. Is it possible for it to do both or just one?
I could forge a set. No problem. I have made. He thinks a bit. Looks at you. You don't look like the type that bites people and claws at people.
I will once again. I'm gonna look at the entrance to the shop. I'm gonna move further in. and I will polymorph myself back into my true form.
Ah, now I understand. Yes, I can definitely make that. If the story is good enough, I shall.
In that case, I will. I don't know if I fully fit in here, but I will get as far into this as I can. I am a being that was born to be a part of fire. This has nothing to me, and I will just lay down into the fire.
Kinyo raises the hammer and does the attack. Or stands ready for the attack. Your story is the one of beating a Baylor, correct?
That is correct. For my entire life, I have been tasked with the duty of protecting the people of this land and its inhabitants. And I've spent most of that flying from city to city, protecting the people. But this Baylor is a creature that would bring forth devastation if it released. And as part of my duties, I gladly accepted a fight to it, of which we could have died, and which I was nearly consumed by fire as I wrapped myself around the creature. But I managed to not only survive, but all of my companions survive as well. And I was able to, at least I think so, bring honor to my father as well.
As Kinyo raises the hammer, looks you in the eye. Alright. Here comes the touch of the soul. As he bangs you with the hammer, the fire goes off, and then lights go off as Tatsu is dead on the ground.
Well, that's bad.
Oh,
Ah.
it seems if one of you could resurrect him, I would quickly do so if I were you.
Ah! I go run out, look for Haru. Haru! Haru!
Shit, I do. I go up
Mouthful of
quickly.
food.
We need a resurrection now!
Where's the
I'm
item?
coming, and I'm going to zip forward as fast as I can. And as he's running, he's digging out components.
Quickly get the crystal.
Yeah, we'll pull out one of the. And is asking as he runs, so we're not wasting time when he gets there. How long have they been dead? This matters.
Not long.
All
I
right,
got you
then
immediately.
I will do a. If it's less than a minute, I will do a revivify.
Alright, then Tatsu, you come back to life. You feel sore pain throughout your entire body. So much
I
pain.
don't understand. I assumed this would work.
I do. It was not at your fault. It was the story that was at fault. That story about the Baylor, it is not complete. The hammer says 33%.
Oh.
Oh,
I see. Still, thank you for your attempt, and I will
I am
turn back
sorry
into a human.
for your experience.
Tatsu, I'm sorry. I didn't. I know it's not my fault either, but I also feel like I should say sorry. I didn't realize how it goes. I thought that would be
I didn't think it'd
alright.
immediately kill him either.
No, I did not. Well, we were warned,
No,
but
Remember,
no.
it is an attack against the soul.
yeah.
This is
No, I
this is
get you.
why when the story is not good enough, death upholds.
Okay.
I understand, and it's acceptable. Even I should have known, considering that we had not completed the task of stopping an invasion to come in the first place of these demons and devils.
If you complete it, feel free to return, and we can do a second attempt at this.
I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
At least you still have your attunement slot.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
I'll
the
head-
All
I'll just
mercies.
be honest, that'd be the
That would be
ultimate
such a
fuck
raw
you
deal.
if they took your achievement slot and you died and you didn't get the Zampacto.
I'll head over to Chapter 1 and ask him, think you can armor that? I'll point over to the Pegasus.
No problemo.
Alright, we got the Staff of Defense. I would like to exchange it for some good Pegasus barding. Splint mail fits pretty well in this area. Of course, I'll take whatever you give. The heavier, the better, though.
Oh, we can make a +1 plate armor for your Pegasus.
Right?
For trading, and the staff, sure thing, no problem.
Is it +1 or +2? Because it says on the thing. Oh yeah, it does say +1. No, we're good.
Yeah, the weapons are +2, but
Yeah.
unless you
Well,
want to learn your Pegasus how to wield a shield. So
One.
that trade has been done. He quickly goes to the sideboard and opens up a sort of he opens a sort of dimensional rift portal, walks through it, comes back with a Pegasus plate armor.
That's handy. Could I have your help armoring him up?
Sure thing.
And I'll pay close attention to watch what he's doing so I can learn to do it myself in the future. I'm not completely incapable of doing something like this.
Just me.
It's just going to be a little longer when I do it.
And the worst part about it is that Pegasus ever dies.
The armor goes with it.
Oh, really?
No, it
If
doesn't. It
find
goes on the
seed,
floor.
anything like barding would go with it, I believe.
I thought it.
Until
I always thought it just dropped to the
I don't
ground.
think it does. I think it just drops to the ground. Yeah, I don't think there's any such thing as it like disappears ever because it's like just dies, so it just disappears.
Well, it doesn't die. It goes back to its home plane. Hold on, I'll read.
I'm pretty sure that's just not how the spell works. Though. It's like that would be very weird.
Disappears in by no physical form. Can also succeed as an action. But either case, spell some sort of maximum hit points. Yeah, I guess not. Okay. Well, if it disappears, I guess someone. That's gonna be a
have a
problem.
very heavy armor that you have to haul around.
That's true.
We can trade it back in for other armor.
Well, I've got another scroll.
As
Um.
Tatsu is recovering from that ordeal with the getting hit in the soul, that hurts. The dark-haired elven lady approaches him. Hello. Do you still wish to have a Zampacto?
Oh, I mean, I assumed I wouldn't be able to.
I maybe have a possibility for you, but we would need to speak in private.
I'll just look at Kuma and the others quickly. I mean, do we
That's not
have
right.
the time? If I
We have
mean,
all the time. Go right ahead.
okay.
Follow me.
I'm gonna just limp to wherever she's going. I have 1 HP. I'm not in a good spot.
Just the other side, the other part, just the back of the of the shop. Sick. Pull out the page for this. There she is.
I would, if you'd allow it before Tatsu walks away, because the character wouldn't understand this wouldn't actually help. I will throw a death ward on Tatsu.
Oh, that'd be great.
Gets hit. And he's back at 1 HP. if you succeed in solving this problem, you would have done a great task or a great tale for me to make a Zanpakuto out of your soul.
And this would be the same as the one Kino would make.
I already learned how to make a Zanpakuto. It's my sister and chaperone who are still learning how to make one. That is why we're staying here. But I want to go back home, so I need my sister to be motivated to leave here.
All right. Well, what task would this be? We already have a great deal of things that we are trying to accomplish, obviously, by the failing of the first creation of the Zanpakuto that I underwent.
Um, um, I will transport you and your allies, or just you, to my sister and mine's Summer Island demiplane. There, you must travel around the demiplane. It's not that big. You can walk over the entire demiplane in 6 hours or less, depending on how quick you are. And you must visit the different locations and use my special device and special magic item here to make incriminating pictures, terrifying pictures. Then you must give this device back to me, and then I can show them at my sister that our security has been compromised. She would want to leave here and re-update the security, and then I get to go home and have a break.
I must admit that getting a weapon such as a Zanpakuto is intriguing and incredibly helpful from what I understand. But would this truly be a great task to deceive a person, especially your sister, into wanting to leave?
You would be deceiving one of the most powerful magic item creators in the entirety of the multiverse, outsmarting her. That would truly be a great task.
How long do you believe it would take for your sister to get to the level that you are at to create a Zanpakuto?
She is having too much fun with the lifestyle in this city, so my guess is weeks. If she were to actually focus, she'd probably be done very quickly. But I want to go back home and eat pizza.
Atsu, understanding that these two women and potentially chaperone, considering he's an intern, are obviously, like, if you talk about demi-planes and all this other stuff, are incredibly powerful beings. Um, he's gonna take a knee and he'll do a slight bow. I would like to ask for forgiveness, but I feel that I must decline. The task of getting a Zanpakuto is something that I will achieve here in time. And while, yes, doing a task like this would grant me one, I think that even if it is tricking such a powerful person, it is not something that I wish to partake in. And again, I apologize if this is disrespectful in any way.
She walks off.
I think you made the right choice.
I'll just put my
Welcome
hand
back, sis.
on my back because I'm still at 1 HP and just
Like the other
walk
sister
back in.
is like what? Sees her sister in. Welcome back, sis. Was that a hot? I heard that the chaperone said that that was a hot boy. Were you hooking up? No. You sure? no. She
Uh,
continues her work, looking super annoyed and angry.
Oh boy,
I'll just
this
give a slight bow again, trying to be apologetic as I pass.
If I wanted to exchange this mask for the belt of fire giant strength, right?
Yeah, I would also like to talk to King Joe if possible.
Sure thing, you can talk to Zinjo. What can I help you with, sir?
I am not a warrior like the others, but I do pride myself in having the thing that kills most felines: curiosity. Um, ha 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 ha. And he turns and looks at the others, not sure he made a joke.
you got thumbs
Has
up from Kuma.
has such a thing ever been made for more defensive purposes, like armor or a shield? I don't want to question or disrupt your methods or anything, just more out of curiosity if a samurai is more about defending those around him instead of aggressive means.
The answer
Is there
is
such things in
no,
existence?
but one could build a Zanpakuto within the leveling up to make it about defense.
Oh.
Pick the right
Jason,
spells.
did not look at the stuff on the list because I didn't want to know them. So, so I could have good role play for this.
Pick the right spells. Pick the right abilities, and you would have a decent defensive Zanpakuto.
Thank you for your advice. I will see to aid Lord Tatsu in achieving his great great task after I heal him back up, and perhaps I one day will accomplish something even half as powerful as my companions.
He nods.
But now onto a potential trade, and he'll turn, being very childlike again, back to the others.
He said this could be. Could this be exchanged for that? He points to the fire giant belt on the wall.
Oh, yes, of course, says Chaperone.
I think that's only fair then.
And it would also, I would not lose any magical strength. And you watch as he pulls these gauntlets he has off, and he literally like slumps as the armor is now way too heavy for him. As his strength becomes 13 temporarily from 19.
You should exchange those as well for something useful.
I was going to offer them to any of you that would want them first.
Actually, Kumo might want them, considering how poorly his running has been.
Even if I'd want to use them, I'm currently fully attuned, technically speaking. Well, I guess I could actually take off one item that I don't really use. Like, I got this item at the start of the game, but honestly, I probably should have thought it was the eyes of the eagle. They don't actually do much for me. But, maybe.
What are your attunements? Zanpakuto and...
Zanpakuto, Wings of Flying, and the eyes of the eagle.
Yeah, you could probably get rid of that.
I want to tune from them. Probably the eyes of the eagle, even though they were nice. They're just the sad thing is actually in the new released version they removed the achievement thing for them, but obviously we're not using those, so it is what it is. But if you don't mind, I could take them for now. Just help buff up my strength.
You all have been kind enough to help me, of course.
What are those called again? Sorry.
The Gauntlets of Ogre Power.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
For Ogre Strength in this edition.
Alright, I think that's all we came in for. It was lovely meeting you all. If you ever go out east, stop by my village. I have a wonderful hot spring mansion out way up on top of the hill. And we make the finest wine in the region.
I will
Although
certainly
that's
visit. Bye bye.
the wine's a little delayed because of the monkey prince, but yeah, I have some stockpiled.
The Kinjo also waves you goodbye. Valerina gives you all the finger. And Chaperone goes towards Tatsu. And if you need a place to sleep, this is my apartment number. And he gives him a card.
Oh God.
Hey, hey. Branson said
Uh,
that Chaperone was going to flirt with hot boys.
uh,
Hot
Just
you
boy,
know,
hot boy.
He's certainly a hot boy.
I will. I'm kind of having my soul punched by a hammer and failing really fucked me up. So I'll just see how I'll see how the rest of the day goes. To be honest.
Just saying before we do leave the shop, the eyes of the eagle are only uncommon, but could I like get their cost back and then buy a +1 armor with the rest of my money, or
if you have enough money to buy a +1 armor, then sure. But
yeah?
He does. He
Or how much
carries
would you
all
give
his
me?
cash, I think.
Well, yeah, I carry it in my I carry it in a big sack. I've got eyes of the eagle. Could I sell those to them or the things?
if you sell it to them, they will basically offer you half price. So
Half of
75 platinum pieces.
But if he exchanges it for oh wait, he can't get
it
+1
can't.
armor for that.
That's why I'm like kind of
Mm-hmm.
selling them in a certain sense in this case. I think a +1 armor is still worth getting. In my luck, we'll find one like on some random cunt, but I'm gonna go with it either way.
Yeah,
So
but then
yeah,
you don't get to pick what kind of armor you get. You just get +1 chainmail, and you're fucked.
yeah. So 75. Yeah, so I'll sell them the thing, the eyes of the eagle, and then I will pay the 500 platinum for the +1 armor.
Alright. What type
Uh,
of +1 armor do you want?
Studded leather.
Alright. The chaperone opens up a chest with it and hands it to you.
Thank you.
and if I can also make a quick purchase before we leave, gentlemen.
I'm not trying to rush us out. Go ahead, buy what you need.
Uh, I do these spell crystals. I am a spellcaster of sorts. Could you explain to me how they work? Because my player is a dumb shit.
Get them all right. Spell crystals. Alright, so you sacrifice one with casting a damage spell, and for every dice that you roll for that damage spell, you get one more damage added to the damage. So let's say you roll a fireball, then it would be that's 8, so it would be 8d6 plus 8 if you do a plus 1. So it would be
Oh,
this
gotcha.
damage. But if you use the plus 2, then it would be 8d6 plus 16. So then you
Okay,
would do this amount of damage. But
but
you buy them in patches of 5, so when you use one, you consume one immediately.
if it is a concentration spell, like say Spirit Guardians
Then
or
it will work throughout the entirety of that Spirit Guardian. So then it'll be.
okay,
But those generally have. So it would be. That's 3d8.
3d8 plus, yeah.
So then it would be 3d8 plus 3. So it would be something like this.
Okay, neat. I think I will wait on that, but I am interested in a magical shield. Do we feel, because if I were to buy the rare version, it would put me at broke. But I could get the uncommon version and we would have money to flow on later.
It's up to you for that.
AC increases have diminishing returns. If you're asking for advice, a +1 shield is worth it. A +2 shield is probably not.
Gotcha. So then I will buy a +1 shield.
Oh.
Eventually, things are only going to start hitting you when they hit 20.
Yeah.
Or have advantage.
I
and
remember,
we're gonna hit you
I
anyway.
remember from playing Beauregard. But this will put
Oh,
me.
hey, instead of you paying for that, actually, we do have the Rod of the Pack Keeper that nobody's going to use. If you want to swap
Fuck
that,
yeah, we need to get rid of this. Let's get rid
Yeah.
of that.
instead of you paying for it, you can just take
yeah.
the Rod of the Pack Keeper and exchange it for a +1 shield.
Now it's even free.
Good stuff.
And other question, because Jason remembers we had a suit of plate mail.
We had plate mail? When did we have that?
We got
I
it. We
thought
got
we
stuff. We got stuff
took
off
it
of
off.
a guy that was dead, but then I'd give that back to the temple as
Oh, okay.
It was like a samurai's armor that we'd taken that I.
Yeah, oh yeah, him.
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, we give that back to the temple as a sign of respect for that samurai.
I do though have the money. If we can find a regular armor smith or something where I can buy some plate, I do have the money to buy some regular plate.
You can buy normal plate here, but I'd recommend you more buy normal plate over there. That shop.
Because it would be 150 platinum or for a +1. No, I'm not braining right.
So the spell crystals only work for spells. Like, can I do that for our dragon breath?
No, because the dragon breath is not magical. It is biological.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, I did the math. It'll be 150 platinum for plate mail and then 150 for the shield. So I'll drop 300, but we'll still have some money.
And you're just buying a normal plate, right?
Yeah, since the +1 would be so much higher, but
You don't need to
I
buy the
will-
shield either, because we could trade in the wand for it, so it's free.
Okay, so I get that 150
You
back.
get that
so
money
I-
back. Because nobody here is a warlock, so the Pact Keeper thing, nobody's ever.
We're happy to get rid of that guy, that shithead's wand.
Yeah.
Next
Fucking
enemy
summon.
encounter, a +3 Brood of the Pack Keeper.
Ooh.
Bringing that back immediately.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I do like
Yeah,
the fact that we can exchange the items because that's a lot nicer to not have to worry about it.
That's when I take that level Celestial Warlock.
Yeah.
Be sure to visit my village, guys. We have lovely people.
I will when my apprenticeship here is over.
I hope it's still
I guess
standing
I
by then.
will. Wherever I buy the regular armor from, I will donate the splint.
Thank you very much, Lord Samurai.
It is best used by someone else. I'm sure you can find someone who will use it far more than I ever have.
Would you like to? Would you guys like to visit the other two magic shops, or you good here?
I didn't get anything here and almost died, so I'd be down to look at the other stuff.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just raw curious. Like, I just want to see what they have.
I'm very interested in any of the ones with like actual magic stuff as our only spell.
So I can say for sure we're all kind of interested vaguely. So
Alright, so would you guys like to visit the spells and imagination or the myth and mystery?
I'll let the Tatsu pick.
yeah,
I'd say we go myth and mystery because it's, doesn't point directly to one thing, so I feel like that would be more widely available.
Am I allowed to bring my Pegasus inside the building?
No!
I'll be outside then.
Let's take the switch over page.
I'll come inside though because I'm just curious. May not buy
I don't have
anything.
the money to buy
obviously, so-
anything anyway.
I have enough maybe to buy something small, maybe a knickknack.
All my
See
money's
there
back home.
The shop owner in there. Also, I think it is a very tall Goliath with a beard and a very marvelous sort of iron bearded belt. Welcome to Myth and Mystery. How may I help you? Feel free to browse around.
Thank you. We'll be just here to look and examine some of your wares if possible.
There you go. This is what he sells.
My weakness, random magic crap.
Yeah, right. I am also gonna
As
kick
well
away.
as he has a service. I forgot to put it on the list. A magic item search service, where you can pay him. Let's say,
Oh my god, I just looked up what the Band of Loyalty does. That's so funny. That's
yeah,
crazy work.
I don't even know what it does out of the top of my head.
It's a ring, it's common, and it requires attunement. If you are reduced to 0 hit points while attuned to the Band of Loyalty, you instantly die. These rings are favored by spies who can't afford to fall into enemy hands.
Yeah.
It's it. It's like, look at this magic item. If you go unconscious, you die. And it's like, wow, that's awesome.
Basically, you can request him trying to find a magic item for you that is not a weapon, and he will charge triple the price that he normally asks for it. But every day that passes, a d20 is rolled, and if he rolls a 20, he finds the magical item. And you have to pay the original cost up front. So if you want a rare magical item or something even better, you have to pay the base cost up front. Then every day a d20 is rolled, and when the d20 is found, he'll have it through his contacts. And then you have to pay the remaining amount, which would be double the original cost, and then you have it. Which is very expensive, he'll even tell you, but it is a way to get exactly what you want.
Fair enough.
Kuma, if you want to not carry that huge sack of loot around, you could get this bag of holding if you felt like it.
I don't know if I have enough money for that. I know I would actually. I could actually afford.
If
I mean,
you're not interested in one, I
if it's a
will probably
group
get one.
carrying thing, I would be down
Also,
to pitch in.
every item on here, he only has one of them.
Okay.
Actually, if you come out, Gia will pay for a third of that. If we all chip in
Well,
50
okay.
platinum, it could be a party thing.
I was gonna say I planned on buying flat out a bag of holding, so whoever wants to pitch in is welcome to, and I can track party treasure.
Yeah, you can transfer it over to you then. I don't mind doing some of that.
All right. I'll chip in 50. Who else is doing that?
Sure, I'll throw 50 in.
So that's
Well,
100.
I was gonna say since I will be holding on to it and have it in my possession, and I will be taking the fault if something happens to it, I will pay for half, and each of you pay 25.
That works.
Sure.
All right. If he agrees.
As the lawful neutral person that I am.
Mm.
When the paladin asks to buy you dinner, you just say yeah.
Yep.
Right?
I also do
You
just
ignore
see
the
like an immovable
Okay.
rod. I just always think that's a fun item.
Is it weird if I ask Kuma to carry my money still?
You can ask him to do it; he'll still do it. It just goes in a sack still.
I'm fine with this.
He is your Kuma of holding. I would expect nothing less.
Yeah.
He is my sword brother who is helping me with something I cannot do myself.
It might be easier for everyone to have their own funds available. In other words, track your own money.
I do. I keep track of how much is on him. He's currently carrying around 400 silver for me.
Hmm.
Not a lot, but enough to buy a room in an inn.
We also do have like other stuff we could sell from the treasure sheet that is here. Though there's not like a crazy amount of money for it, but there's a black velvet stitched mask.
I would say
There's
with those you could just go around the how do you say it
other random like
the
shops
shop
and stuff.
like the random shops. We'll just say you don't have to role play those out. You just do a round at the shopping center and you empty that and you get all the money equivalents for that.
Like I think
Nice.
we're gonna keep the diamonds and stuff, but
How
we'll
much
probably
else
sell
is
it.
in there?
Well, if you look at, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just black velvet mask, which is worth 250 silver, silver necklace, which is worth 7,500 silver, a couple of diamonds, but I think we should keep those for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Some high quality spices worth 30 platinum, a bottle of some alcohol, 7 of them that are all worth 750, and one bottle of something or other that's worth 10 platinum. So
Yeah, we
let
go
me get a
around to all that.
yeah, I'll get a calculator right here and I'll do it. Give me a minute. You guys keep going to what you're doing.
I don't think there's necessarily anything here that I would buy.
Just the bag we got, and then we don't
Goma,
really need
do you
anything
have
else.
do you have any boots? You can get the boots of Elvenkind. Get that stealth advantage.
As long as you're walking.
See.
Oh, for me, sorry, you talk about?
Yeah, he has boots of Elvenkind. Although
Oh yeah, they,
in
they
this they're
don't look
called boats.
boats of Elvenkind.
My bad.
It's yeah, they so that's not a bad point actually because they don't require attunement. I could probably do something like that. Yeah, I actually will probably buy boots of Elvenkind. I think because there's nothing else here I'd really want because I can already swim, so I don't need a ring of swimming. Use disguise. Yeah,
So
I'm gonna buy me some
building use.
boots. Yeah, and I'll buy boots of Elvenkind.
Just mark them for being sold. For anyone that can afford it, the Cape of the Mountain-back is really good, but expensive.
Yeah, but it is good.
Alright. You seem like powerful samurai. What is your experience with animals and mythical creatures?
I'm fairly well. I deal with spirits a lot of animal spirit types, but fairly decent
Huh!
personally.
And maybe you can help me with a small quest I have outside of the city.
Possibly. What is it?
I need one string of unicorn hair. One has been spotted just south of the city. If you are
Um.
able to retrieve one true unicorn hair, I am willing to gift you one of my magic items in my stock as an exchange.
Ooh. Ooh. That does actually sound very good. I look at the other guys and go like, "Do you guys think you'd be up for doing that, or do you think we don't have time?"
I mean, well, as I mentioned, I don't necessarily need. I don't think anything from here particularly, so it wouldn't really help me out. But if there's something that you would like to get, then I'm sure we can, try and accomplish this task.
I'm just taking a look to see if there's like because there is. I think there's one I'm thinking about. Okay.
I'm just reading over what the flying chariot does. The main benefit is its mounting and dismounting speed.
It also gives +1 armor, I think, was one thing it said.
Good for
To
Riders
the
and
base
creatures.
occupant.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nice. Kind of like riding the Pegasus too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what if you attach the chariot to the Pegasus?
Yeah, then you get a 20 AC, and then I'm running around in real style then.
Real
But
flex.
it's going to be a nightmare to take that thing anywhere.
Also, again, it relies on that Pegasus not getting caught, and then like us being kind of caught with our pants down, with you having with a chariot and a heavy armor that we can't do anything with.
But just stuff them in your bag.
There be you could
Yeah,
not stuff a full
nobody wants
chariot into a bag of holding. That's a bit optimistic. To
We'll
say
tie
the
the
least.
chariot to
bag of
Tatsu. It'll
holding
be
is
fine.
bag of
Pass.
holding might,
Hard,
but it's
hard
not
pass.
organic. That's about
Well,
it.
we couldn't.
It definitely would work. You could definitely attach the chariot to
You would
Tatsu.
get +1 AC, Tatsu.
And I'd also be a horse. I don't want that.
Just saying, by the way, everybody gets 3,250 silver each, and 10 platinum each.
All right, please carry that for me.
I will inform
I carry the
Brother
platinum.
Hosuki that he has, and then his eyes go blank for a second. I will spend a level 3 spell slot. Oh, he told me to keep it.
It was 3,200 and what?
3,250 silver pieces each.
Big skooma.
Yeah, that was from pawning off a bunch of the less valuable things that we had in the bag. I still kept, or well,
That's still only 36 platinum though.
yeah. There is the diamonds and stuff, but again, I think they're worth
Nah, leave
keeping.
it in. Leave those alone.
Yeah,
We'll
those are
we'll use
prepared
those.
lunches.
No.
No, they are not.
Tucks away his large bag with thousands of gold pieces worth of diamonds in it.
Not allowed.
Boy.
Prepared lunches. That was funny.
It's like a Lunchable for a dragon. Just dip it in the cheese sauce.
Just a little dipping sauce.
Would we like to go to the next
The
shop?
last- Yeah, let's go to the last
We
one.
might as well commit to seeing all three.
Yeah, we're
That
doing a
is the one
shopping episode of it.
initially, that is the one that initially interested me the most.
Wrong map.
Yeah.
Walk past, wave at the sisters.
Also, one thing Kumbo was going to say to you guys is like, even if we didn't want necessarily an item from that guy, we could take one and then exchange it at the Steel and Honor if we think we want something from there.
That seems like bad business.
I don't know if if these businesses would like that, but yeah, we
I
can.
don't know why not. It's literally just exchanging, it's barter and goods.
There,
It's
there
normal.
were a few nice things there that could be potentially useful for us in the future. He had a set of chimes, as I do not believe any of us are particularly skilled in opening locked devices.
Yeah, actually, that was kind of left up to our friend, but now that she's gone, that makes it more difficult.
Inside.
Hutch is excellent at opening locked devices. We just watch him throw himself at it and it'll break. We'll get in.
Spells and imagination. You come into like a shop with lots of potions on the side, and as you go into the shop, you see that the shopkeeper is a tiny creature that floats around throughout the shop. Currently is on the
Oh, look
top
at him.
shelf grabbing some scrolls.
Am I allowed to bring my Pegasus in?
It depends. Is it a normal Pegasus or a summoned Pegasus?
It is a found steed Pegasus, so it's pretty smart.
Then it may come in. Welcome in
Thank you.
spells and imagination. As she floats downwards, but she keeps floating. Feel free
Kuma.
to
Can I?
browse through our shops, stores. Here you go.
Kuma, is this a boogle?
I was gonna ask, can I check what this is? Is this like a spirit or something?
It's a flying boogle.
You can make a perception check.
Perception check. Okay. God, my roll today are awful.
It's not that
And
hard.
this is where I spend the rest of my money.
It's
Yep.
not that hard. It's a halfling that's wearing the cloak, and that cloak allows her to keep flying around.
Oh, cool. I thought it wasn't a boogle though, because if it was a boogle, that would have been kind of cute. Not gonna lie.
Alright. So here you have her services. So you can buy all spell components that you need for spells, but they are at a 20% price increase than the normal price requirement. And then she has a bunch of potions she can sell, and a bunch of scrolls. She can sell all level 1 and level 2 scrolls, but level 3 is limited.
I was gonna say because if it was level 3, he'd be like, "Hey, revivify, boom, 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 boom."
Let's buy all
She
the
also
Phoenix down.
has some spellcasting services.
Yeah, I
So
seen.
cure wounds for 1 platinum piece. Can even raise the dead, as long as it's not as long as it's within 10 days of their death, and the body is not
That's
too
pretty useful.
damaged.
What's the platinum to silver ratio?
2
100
zeros.
silver is
1
100
platinum.
silver is 1 platinum.
You say add 2 zeros? Wait, what?
Yeah. So 1 platinum is 100 silver.
Gotcha.
It's basically 20 platinum could buy potion of greater healing, which I'm going to do because I want a healing potion.
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy 2 of them. So I have 2
Alright.
potions of greater healing.
Is she limited on the level 3 spell scrolls? Like she has one of each? Or okay.
No, she has more than enough out of all of those.
Okay. I will wait on the others, but I will make my shopping list.
You know, I think I could do with another potion of speed. It's 300 platinum, which is a lot. But I mean, a free haste is really strong.
Yeah. Without the risk of haste stun.
Yeah, that's really good. Can I spend? Can the level 3 spells only be those that she has listed, or could I take a level 1 spell, upcast it to level 3?
You can up. Yeah, sure. You could upcast the level.
Okay, because I was gonna ask to spend 300 platinum on the potion of speed, and then 50 platinum for a level 3 armor of Agathes.
Alright. That is completely doable.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'm back in a sec, here. I'm gonna get a drink.
He scrolls with the reactions if they're reaction spells, right?
Yeah.
I'll take 2 scrolls of shield.
Alright.
Did we? I have the head of Ichigo Tosaka. Were we supposed to? Did we turn that in at the temple or no?
No,
Or
We turned
were,
it in at the time.
Did you? I don't remember
Did we?
anymore.
I don't think I did because I just told my.
If it's still in your inventory, we haven't done it.
We were told of the bounty in the city, and we would be eventually taking it to the one other city.
Yeah, I was thinking we were taking it to the mayor or the governor. I mean.
You could bring it to at the samurai at the governor, and he'd be obligated to pay you.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. What's the potion of maximum power?
It's actually a DMG potion. It's just the next spell of level 4 or lower you cast, it does auto max damage. You don't roll for it. It just does maximum. Pretty good if you're casting like a fireball or like a lightning bolt or something of that nature.
Max damage meteor swarm go.
That would be cool, but yeah,
And it's
it's
just the one next damage, I believe. It's not, you can't like throw it
yeah,
on a
it's not for a turn.
concentration.
And it only works for unless Yannick makes like a higher level one. It's only for spells of 4th level or lower. But a maximum
right.
meteor swarm would be gas. I'm gonna go put my laundry in the dryer real quick, so I'll be just give me like 5 minutes.
Sure thing.
Sure. There's nothing really else I need to buy from him about the potions, about the scrolls. You see anything here you really want, Kuma, that you can't afford?
Not particularly, like, because like I don't really need any spell scrolls, not really, and I don't really need any potions, not at the moment.
You look over and Haru's just digging through the level 1 and other spell scrolls. A quick question. He turns and looks at the group. Do we need to have an ability for any of us to fly?
Not,
I mean, I
not
fly.
really.
This wonderful Pegasus I have flies.
I just like flap the cloak behind me. This here cloak allows me to get up in the air.
It's really. Do you want to fly or not?
He steps over into darkness and starts to levitate up a little bit. As long as I'm in darkness, I'm good.
Can't always be in darkness though.
That's why I'm digging. He's digging through the level 2 spell scrolls.
Also, says the shopkeeper, you seem like a group of samurai traveling together.
Yeah,
Could you help me with something?
sure. Last shopkeeper asked us to go find hairs of a unicorn. What do you need?
I need for a tomb to be raided of my ancestor. It's just outside of the city at our family burial grounds, and inside there is a improved scroll making apparatus. I need it to be retrieved, but it seems that my grandfather, who was a traitor samurai, has put traps inside the tomb to stop us from coming in. So I need powerful samurais to face the traps of the tomb and then retrieve my family heirloom.
I see. Well, it's probably doable. How much are you offering?
When I have it back, I am able to make all the 3rd level spells that are available, and I would offer you, each one of you, 1/3 level spell scroll.
All right,
That's
we'll
pretty
keep it in
easy.
mind.
Yeah.
Okay, keep that in mind. If you accept the
Definitely.
quest, come to me, because then I can give you the key to the tomb.
Tomb. Fair enough.
Friend over there is dead on his feet, so we'll probably need to find an inn in the city before we do much else.
Or you should go to the food carts, and there you can also rent a room to rest up a bit.
That sounds excellent. Do you have one in recommendation?
Well, the big 5 are always good. You could, if you want luxury, you could go to the Shogun's Table, or the Ronin Ramen, or the Kanuchi Kitchen, or the Temple of Tea and Tofu, Or you could go, if you want something more normal, you could go to the Peasant Pot. Those are the best restaurants in town.
Thank you. Yeah, he just sort of writes down all the best spots. Cool, but do you want to go to all of these?
Huh?
Would you like to go to all these? There's 4 different spots she recommended. And we could try them
Really?
all.
I don't necessarily mind, but I don't know. It's up to you, kind of. I'm not too bothered either way.
All right.
Just currently look. Yeah, well, there's a couple of things we could do then. It could be interesting to sort out. Helping that person, or, well, or finding some unicorn hair.
Finding unicorn hair would likely be a task for your expertise, my friend.
No, yeah, it probably would be me getting it done, to be fair, because it seems like I need to lull the beast into some type of false, well, not false security, but just in the sense that maybe it offered me one of its hairs or something.
So we're
And then
going along with the Pegasus task.
oh well, we're just talking about we're going over to go get the rest to go
I
get
don't
our
want to do any of these until you have a long rest, buddy. You've been slapped.
I mean, I don't necessarily have to get into a fight to, to get this. We may not even have to fight this Pegasus or anything like that.
Unicorn.
We're looking for a unicorn. If it was a
Unicorn.
Pegasus, I would just yank one of these.
We could always just approach it and ask.
Oh no, that's what my original approach was going to be, was to be asking. That was just me more, but it's more just in the risk of when we're going to go search for it, that we might get ambushed by something. At least a short rest for yourself before we do anything, I imagine, would be the most important thing.
Perhaps.
Got the-
As you make your way to the food courts, these are the most prominent restaurants in the town, where they all have different things that they would.
I was talking to Kuma saying if we wanted to try them all, but we could also just pick one at random, couldn't we?
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4.
Well, as for myself, I don't believe I will find any in the city, but I
You go.
will.
You go find food in the shopping center and buy some diamonds there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could just eat some of the copper I have, but yeah, because
Actually, pardon me, Lord Tatsu, this was amongst some things that Hoseki had, and he produces the 2 sapphires that Hoseki had and left for the party. They're each worth 5 platinum.
oh well. I mean, if we're going to, if you wish to go to perhaps this Shogun table, I would gladly trade you 5 platinum for one of those.
Oh no, these are yours. They were left by Brother Hoseki. They're yours, and he gestures to the group at large. I'm not necessarily hungry. Living the life of a monk has taught me to eat at certain times, but I'm willing to go along. I have all these lovely new things to organize, and he's actually got I picture he's got like a box just full of these potions and random scrolls he picked up for utility, and then he will sort them into the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if no one is really too picky, I'll just pick at random.
Mm-hmm. Number 4.
I've never been to such a place at all. If it's
It
not
looks like,
rice and water, it's new.
well, you're going to the fancy place first, it seems.
Shogun table, the expensive one.
Yes.
Are we even dressed appropriately?
We're samurai, so yes.
Like the Shogun table also has a sign out as like only service to samurai. It is a guests dine like feudal lords in luxurious setting with tatami mats, private screenings, and personal server with its own geisha who will be serving you guys. The food that they serve is something brand new and experimental that has just found the rage in the mainland just about a year ago, and this is the first time that people are trying it here on the island. Grilled Wagyu steak with yusuke obja and a gold leaf on top of it. It is an ambient and welcoming place to be. As you enter here, the geisha bows towards you guys. Welcome at the Shogun's table. How may I serve you?
Anybody unable to afford it?
Nice.
We did a lot of shopping. Nope. All right, then. Two. Four. Table for four, please.
Well,
Alright.
I mean, I'm not necessarily going to be eating food, but I will be here.
I mean, there's gold leaf you can eat.
What's the pricing, GM?
5 platinum pieces per person.
Gotcha.
That's a fair question, actually. Like, is gold leaf even allowed?
We have
I mean, this place is in business. Like,
we have an exemptionary status, as the Shogun himself visited here once and gave us permission to add the golden leaf for the extra special occasion. We have it in documented form right there on the wall.
oh, I gotta see this.
Yes, does this form look like authentic?
If you look Tatsu, as you look at it, definitely looks like his handwriting. This is a fake. It is a very good fake, at least.
Holy shit. Well, that settled that.
Because the chef comes in with the food, as he's all goes on an entire story about the preparations and the new rage at the mainland of the Wagyu meat, or Wagyu. I don't know how you pronounce it
Wagyu.
Wagyu meat.
Wow.
How the cows get massaged every day, drink the highest quality of sake before they are slaughtered. You all stand
Ooh.
ready, Andy, to take a for the people that'll eat, and to take a bite from their wagyu.
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 It's weird, I know.
Yeah, it is delicious meat. You've never tasted something like this before.
My first time playing a meat eater in a Yannick campaign.
Yo, this is very tasty.
Oh, she's worth it.
Mm. I can imagine fighting for this type of meat.
Definitely.
And can this count as a short rest then for us? Just for the sake of Tatsu.
Yeah.
So Tatsu could not be as dead as he is.
I'll even say this, because this is such an expensive place with such luxuries. you automatically roll max hit dice on the short
Oh,
rest.
nice. And he can just Mario himself up to full.
Mm-hmm.
I will harness divine power to get my spell slot back.
Would would it be acceptable to rent a room here?
Of course, with your payment, you automatically have a room.
That's
Nice.
good.
Well, at least we know where we're sleeping tonight.
Yeah. We can come here after we're done with our other tasks.
Mm-hmm. And
Okay,
would
good.
each of you prefer to have a massage by a man or a woman before you go to bed?
Whoever has the softest hands.
Man it is.
Also prefer a man.
She nods.
Well, I'll come back here later on though. We do have some things to. Actually, what time is it to be fair in the day?
I'd say
What
it's
time did we
about.
roll into town?
It's
We've done a lot
about.
of shopping.
It's about. I'd say it's about like 4 p.m.
Okay, we still have time then to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys like? Just as we're sitting around the table, like, what do you guys want to do then? Kind of tasks that we've got ahead of us, meaning the more simplistic ones before anybody blurts anything big out. Do you want to go after the
Well,
unicorn hair or something,
I
or do we want?
do. I think of the two options, that one which should be the one that we can try. I'm not very good at binding traps myself, and I don't imagine the rest of us are any better.
I
I
mean, I have a pretty
actually,
sharp eye as far
and
as
I
like
have
looking
a
goes.
spell.
So you have a
Okay.
spell. To be fair, just to mention, I'm pretty sure when Yannick makes us do checking for traps, it's usually investigation.
It
For
is almost
just
every
Yeah.
time.
so,
So
because I have a keen eye,
Critical
but I
traps are investigation. Magical traps are Arcana checks.
yeah.
I am fairly good at both.
Oh, that's good.
at least we
But
have
either,
someone who can do it.
yeah, somebody can do it.
And perception is of the most time people.
Mm-hmm. Better.
I like that system. It's a nice system. It's worked well over the
Yeah, well, it makes investigation more useful than it usually is. We're more often not investigating get relegated to doing nothing
I do
really,
like
just
how
for a very
often we get to
specific
roll
situation.
investigation.
Yeah.
The way how you say it, if you run things completely raw, intellect is basically the weakest stat out of all of them. So that's why I go out of my way with a lot of rulings to buff intellect as a stat.
No, that makes
Being
Pays
sense.
to be a
smart should
smart
be
guy.
rewarded.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. I get you. It also
Still,
makes again.
if we can manage to find hair of unicorn, that's a free magic item, and those weren't minor magic items either. That cape of the Mount Bank is nice.
Yeah, get that or yeah, stuff like that. There would be quite nice to have on hand. Or even the dimensional shackles if we feel like we're going to have to try to capture somebody of greatest strength.
We could also find more along the way.
I
More
think
what,
he only
sorry?
needs the one.
We could also find more things along the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, either way. So we'll just do the unicorn one then, and we'll leave the other one, or what do you just want to do about the other one then?
You feel like tackling both of them today?
No. See how much time we'd have to go to do it, I guess.
We are here for shopping.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just a good idea to keep it slow while we're shopping, because you don't want to go too fast while shopping, or it, looks weird.
We did we did fairly well today, I'd
Yeah.
say. Let's head out into the woods looking for unicorns then. It sounds like a decent hunt.
Okay. Is Tatsu
Maybe
here?
maybe tomorrow we'll deal
Yeah,
with
I
the
can. I mean, if we're
tomb.
just looking, I don't see the harm. I can make sure to
You
stay
are
safe.
still death warded.
But do you hear when we talked about the fact that we got a short rest, Tatsu?
And because we went to the expensive fancy place and got the expensive fancy meat, you got max hit dice. So whenever you roll, you always get the maximum.
Yeah, then I'm probably at full health then.
Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
I was thinking when you're saying staying safe, I was like, he must have not been there or not heard.
Yeah. We also have a
Alright.
room here tonight, so we know where we're sleeping. But yeah, we're basically just. It's a good idea. This is out of character. I'm saying it's a good idea to go out and hunt for the unicorn because it gets us out of the city and away from prying eyes. Then
Yeah.
we can actually discuss what we're going to do.
Plus, also, it's a bit inconspicuous. Like, you know, we're just a bunch of samurais doing random stuff around. It's not necessarily like it looks too random. It's like they're coming here for a specific reason. They just leave the city to go do something entirely random. It's like, no, they wouldn't do that. They would probably go to this thing they were doing.
Typical samurai behavior.
Yeah. Well, we'll head outside the city and we'll go. Did they say there's this unicorn spot to the south of the city? I think it wasn't it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll head obviously that direction.
Now that we're out of the city. Oh, this is a nice place.
Yeah, now we're outside. Do we want to discuss some stuff before we continue on the hunt, or do we want to throw it?
Yeah, let's discuss what our plan is.
Okay.
Just in case, really quick, may I have 10 minutes? I'm going to put up a Lehman's tiny hut around us so we can peacefully discuss without even more watching. It won't give us a whole lot, but it'll at least protect us if we're way too into our thing.
Not a bad idea.
Alright.
But yeah, that gets cast, and we're all sitting near ourselves. So yeah, what are we doing next then?
Alright, so we need to contact the governor and we need to arrest or kill that one lady. I forget her name. Which is a bad sign.
Maya Kobayashi.
Thank you.
And then we also need to find the scroll, which I have a sneaking suspicion that the scroll may be possessed by her, as she was in league with the monkey prince.
She'll probably at
Yeah.
least know where it is.
Yeah. So we
Very
have a
high
good,
potential.
yeah, good chance. Though
We must be careful to catch her before, if it is either of the two remaining that I have been told of, it could be quite dangerous if she were to use it.
okay, that's good to know. It's
It'd also
basically
be
like
bad if she used it too, because then we would have
Yeah.
essentially no means of containing the prison, essentially.
yeah, or we'd have to find a way to replace the item if possible, but that also would be its own bag of worms or kind of worms. Um, yeah, so like that's probably our best lead on the scroll because we just know it's possibly in the city. We don't know anybody else who possibly has it, do we? Like the Yuan Empire.
They were originally all stolen by the Monkey Prince, and you only found one in his lair.
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm more asking the like if anybody has any ideas, but I guess one other thing is that we could. There is the Hawaiian traders on the docks, though I don't know how we would really deal with that because not in the sense of dealing with them in any violent way. I mean, in the sense that they would also be possible people who'd have the scroll as they may be traders, but obviously a couple of them may have connections with the more legal trade. So
That's an
that's also
avenue we
some.
could try and take.
Yeah. So I think we'll, yeah, probably go meet with the governor first, though, out of the options, just because that seems like the best place to get ourselves established with some type of person of power within this area. We don't want to act and then get in trouble because the governor's like, "Whoa, what are you doing?" So, yep.
Governor. Then we go looking for the scrolls, and we deal with Maya Kobayashi.
Mhm.
Yeah, we need to get his trust, and hopefully he, as well, is also not in league with her. That would spell very bad for us, but we need to suss that out, and then once we've accumulated a way for him to help us, we should be able to deal with her much easier.
Yeah. I think that's it. Is there anything else we have to discuss specifically?
I mean, not currently, not unless anyone has any rousing topics they'd like to get off their chest before we continue.
Not specifically.
I will
No,
say,
I'm not
getting
good
hit
at
by
this.
that hammer and then dying was not a great experience, personally.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was very unexpected.
No one saw that one coming.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I genuinely didn't actually realize that was the
Although,
reason. I thought the
perhaps I
deed.
should have realized sooner, even though we've only completed a third of the tasks. I should have realized.
I don't blame you for not. Like, I didn't. I really just thought it
I
was
I
like.
thought killing a Baylor was its own significant task.
Yeah, like I thought it was like, in a sense, not a completed task, but just a significant deed in of itself, which was vanquishing and dueling a Baylor. From my perspective, we considered that quite a high task. So I don't think you can blame yourself too heavily for that one, or any of us, because we all knew that that was the one you were going for. So we all share a little bit of responsibility, if anything.
True.
But either way, it's over now, and you're still alive, so that's not too bad. All things
Always
considered.
next time. We will certainly do more great deeds.
Yeah. Maybe even defeating this woman and they're taking her scroll and all that type of shite might be considered to. Well, no, to be fair, that's going to be a long last thing, isn't it? Because we're going to get rid of her, and there's probably going to be some other cunt who's
And
sitting
then
there
there's the
able
other
to.
scroll we have to get too.
Well, I wasn't thinking about the scrolls. I was thinking about her as her own individual thing, but I don't know if that necessarily ends with her. That way wise. Either way, that's more of a theoretical problem rather than an actionary problem at the
For
moment.
myself, the idea of a
What-
defensive weapon was quite intriguing as well. So I hope to also contribute to a great deed. Perhaps the
I
scrolls
will,
being brought back to the temple.
I will
Yeah,
say I'm not very good at the whole subterfuge and trying to do all this.
I don't think any of us are.
Yeah, this
Specifically.
whole bit we're sneaking around trying to get evidence, and I'm not good at this. My sister was always excellent at this shit, but I am terrible.
I can sneak around. I just can't lie to somebody. Not
Yeah,
very
I'm
often.
fine at that.
if it makes you feel better, we don't necessarily need to lie to the governor. We just need to first find out if he's in league with Maya Kobayashi, and if he's not,
No, but if like someone walks up to me and asks me straight to my face, "Hey, what are you doing in town?" and I
well,
have
you're
to
a
lie to them on
samurai.
the
If
spot,
he's
I'm
a
gonna be
if
fucked.
he's a
will.
if he's a peasant, you could kill him and simply go on your way. If he's not, then perhaps
Well,
you
if
just
he's a
tell him it's
peasant,
your
I can
business.
just tell him to fuck off. Yes.
At the temple, I was instructed in how to deal with dignitaries and how to deal in politics, if that will help.
That would help if you can find yourself and be able to make a convincing tale about why we're here, then that can be your job. That would be much of appreciation for that.
We're here for
We
shopping.
we are here for shopping.
Yeah, well, actually, wait, you did. Wait, are you good at that? I have questioned it because
No. Out of character, yes, he is +7 in deception and persuasion each. But
okay,
but he is also very straightforward with a lot of stuff. If you give him a task, he can get it done. But for right now, he is here for shopping because that's what we've done.
okay.
We're here for shop. He said that so convincingly. I fucking believed him. Yeah, we're here for shopping.
Okay, so that all things being considered, we'll just get on with it. We'll find this hair, and then then tomorrow we can probably we'll see what else we do today, and then we'll see what we do tomorrow.
We're here for shopping.
Damn,
know who to lean on.
he really is convincing.
Right?
To be fair, I could incite it, but I think it couldn't be bothered. Because I can tell if somebody's lying from a mile away very well. That's one thing I can say. So if we're in a situation where we're talking to somebody and I feel like they're not telling the truth, they're probably not telling the truth.
That's perfect. You could stand in the corner while he lies to their face.
Yeah, this is perfect. I'll be able to read them like a book.
And I am loving finally having a character not proficient in perception, because why would I, being trained at a temple, have to be perceptive about stuff?
Okay. Alright, let's hunt down this or find
Oh.
this unicorn.
Did we have time to attune to the new items?
You
Well, we
can
had an
do so
hour
with
of
a short
rest.
so yeah.
I'm just making sure.
We had Leonard. It's good.
I'm assuming like the Zampak toes, those kind of just automatically attuned once we got them, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because you instantly lose one
Yeah, attunement slot
attunement
for them. That's
slot,
why
and basically the Zanpakuto always works for the one which soul it resonates with. And like, if you give
yeah.
the Zanpakuto to someone else to use, it would just be a normal weapon.
Mhm.
Woohoo! Massive strength.
Okay. Yeah, now we'll start searching for this unicorn. Yeah.
Be a survival check.
Okay. 20.
Did not find the unicorn after 1 hour of searching. So it is now 5 p.m.
Would you like?
Again?
Was that Haru?
I can, and I will weave some magic as it's starting to get later. You actually see him; he's kind of pulling magic in from the surroundings of it getting later in the day towards twilight, and he will give you enhance ability, specifically
Wisdom.
maybe.
Well, I need
Yeah,
that. That's why I need specifically to help me with this check is wisdom.
Is why I was thinking, well, maybe I could do it on something else as well and upcast it. But we will do it for wisdom, and because I'm a focus caster, I don't know. This is over the course of an hour, so I probably can't guide you, but I will at least give you enhance ability.
Okay, so I will roll it again with advantage. 23.
You do find the unicorn. Roll 20 is being shitty.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to F5 this. Give me a sec.
The last one had a token.
Yeah, roll 20 just loads really badly. Because it's supposed to be a large creature, but
That's true.
when this happens, if you F5, then it fixes itself.
Right, 1 second. I just got a text there. I'll just 1 second.
Now it has worked properly. So the unicorn is just eating a bunch of leaves as it sees you approaching it.
Okay. Do I know anything about unicorns actually?
You can make me a
Nature check.
I'm just
Or I don't know.
it's either Arcana or Religion. I'm just debating which one it would be.
I'm equally bad at both. So,
And it doesn't matter, but you do have advantage.
Could I help?
Sure thing.
and I'll roll again for my advantage.
You don't know shit.
Damn it.
Use
My
some
roll,
religion.
So your interaction with spirits as a friend has always been at spirit parties, and the one thing that they tell you about unicorns, the other spirits, is this: unicorns don't like parties, so they never show up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like my rules, like even though I've succeeded on some things, have genuinely been awful this session
Just
because
be happy that we haven't had any real combat yet.
I know it's just so funny. Like every roll I've made has been mid or bad. It's just
No, Seki, you wanted to try something.
Yeah,
Am I?
I want
How do
to.
you want?
I am very skilled in like religion, arcana, well, specifically nature and religion from being a temple samurai. Is there any knowledge I can draw from studies or
Go ahead,
the
make
variety of
a
different monks
Arcana
I've
check.
been through?
I would like to just say one thing as well. Is like I'm like because every time Cribbs refer to the spirits, he always just say that it's spirit fuckery, and I think it's genuinely because he has no fucking clue. Like he has no clue about any of the spirits or much anything. He just is he vibed with them, but he has no knowledge. That's why he's always like he always just says it's spirit fuckery because he doesn't have a genuine answer for what the reason for stuff is. It's just what he believes. It's just spirit fuckery.
I will pull on my powers and give myself a quick guidance on this.
So, unicorns are quite smart creatures, wise, and a lot of their body parts can be used for very powerful magical reagents and sources. Uh, but they are very selective in who they want to interact with and make deals with or help, and they specifically only want to help virgins. If you're not a virgin,
Nope.
a unicorn wants nothing to do with you.
All right, we'll relay that information, but stopping at the virgin part and going, they prefer to deal with people that are less experienced in the physical manifestation of, and is digging for words like a very,
Oh,
like, yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
do
say
have a
okay.
question. Are
Hmm?
are unicorns beasts or monstrosities?
Celestials.
Never mind then.
Um, I may not be the best one. I've had a lot of relationships with different spirits in the past.
I'm a virgin.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Look at me. I am a small owl man.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's more. I'm just more just
You're
a
also a
question. Like,
high-ranking lord. I'm sure
I was
there's
going.
plenty
That's
of
what I
people
was.
who would.
That's
Yeah,
what.
for
Yeah,
sure.
like, would you not want to
Oh
have
yes,
children
yes,
for your
that
land?
matters.
This conversation is going on, and the camera pans over to see Haru just wipe his brow. Woo.
Like, I have.
Tap his brow with a cloth. Just yeah.
I
He's got
rule
it.
a village of peasants, and while yes, they are willing, no, I am not. That is
No. I don't mean like random villagers. I mean like you could find an arranged marriage of some kind. There's bound to be a samurai lord around there
I
too.
have
Has
a
a
whole
few dogs.
clan that has to do that.
He got it. It'll come up.
Just okay, fine. I'm not gonna pry too much. Spirit parties get wild, so I'm just gonna put it there.
No, that's
I'm not pure of heart by any means.
he chuckles with it. I don't really care that much as
Okay.
he gets down off the
Well,
Pegasus.
yeah. In that case, you will have to be our main speaker for this.
Or Harry, were you gonna say something there, Harry?
Haru just like steps back. He goes, "Get to schmoozing."
It's a schmoozing. Hello. Uh,
Hello.
my name is Gihei. I run a small village out east that has recently seen some hardships.
Hello, Kihei.
Uh, we
How can I
were
help you?
we were tasked by a man in town to acquire one of your hares.
Hmm.
Do you have anything you would like to, in trade?
your virginity.
Not happening.
It would just be really fucked
No.
up, but it just in my head it was in
No.
there.
I do not want your virginity.
Yeah,
I do not. I do
this
not
man
want
is a little weird. I'm gonna move away from him now.
Hey,
You know what? If you want my hair, you have to earn it.
Okay.
If you manage to you and your group manage to chase me about, restrain me, then you can have the hair.
It's a race then.
Mm-hmm.
I lean over to Tatsu and I go like, "This is getting weird already. I told you, spirit fuckery." He just.
Roll
Oh.
initiative.
Alright.
Has advantage.
I will take that 20.
I also rolled a 20.
I rolled a 26.
Yeah, you learned something new about Gihei.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, I thought Haru was screwed. He was having to do it. I was like, he's gonna screw this up. While this is going on, I have a small puppy that needs to use the outer facilities. I will be right back.
All right. All right. So how this works? This is a chase,
Yeah.
and so this is not a normal combat. Your goal in this chase is to capture the unicorn, but the unicorn has basically capture points. You don't know what it is, but think of it like a legendary resistance, and so or how many the unicorn has, and you have to capture her multiple times until she is completely out of capture points, and then capture her, and then you have successfully completed the chase.
Okay.
And, so at the start, the unicorn immediately starts running and occasionally teleports. And so Kuma, you are first, and as you run after the unicorn, have to roll me a d20.
D20, okay.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10. As you run after her, there is a obstacle of branches in the way. Make a acrobatics check.
Okay. 21.
Alright, that is a success. You successfully avoid the branches. What would you like to do to try and capture the unicorn?
Is this like a skill check then to do this type of this next
You
bit?
could also cast a spell, for example, to try and do it, and then it'll also go minus. Like, for example, if you cast Hold Monster on it, it
Yeah.
could also count as a way of capturing it.
The way I can start technically restrain something is by shooting it with my entangle arrows. So I don't know if it would be a good idea
That
to
could
shoot
work.
it.
See?
I could do that. It wouldn't like it wouldn't like they did. Well, I guess they didn't say we couldn't do that. I guess it would just restrain them. So they obviously expect some type of resistance.
Do non-lethal, I guess, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll do non-lethal like ensnaring strike.
Mm-hmm.
So then you get attack roll, or does it just happen?
You roll an attack roll just to see if you hit, because the thing is based on attack rolls, I believe.
Yeah, okay. 17.
A 17 will hit the unicorn.
Okay, so it hits it, and I don't know if it again needs to make a strength saving throw.
But the unicorn does have this.
Magic resistance, fair enough.
Yep. And so then it is with advantage. Natural 20.
Aw.
Entangle
I
does
doubt it.
not work.
Yeah. Well, that is my turn, I guess, in this case.
Then it is the unicorn's turn, who will use its turn to run, dash, and teleport. Make a bigger distance between you guys. Dihei's turn. Roll a d20.
Use my. Oh, sure. D20. 14.
14. What's it called? No chase hazards for you. You may act normally.
All right. I'll have my Pegasus use its dash, so it has 180. It'll probably catch up to the unicorn, I think.
Sure thing.
I'll use a clone to try and teleport, spawn a clone on its back. Or at least I'll try to do that. And I'll try and trip it up.
Alright. So
I don't think I'm going to actually be able to hold it down or anything like that. But I might be able to trip it.
be an athletics check then.
That would be. I wonder if there's a better way to do this.
20.
Alright.
You fail.
Yeah, I do. Rolled pretty good though.
Alright.
Do I get to be on its back now?
Basically what happens is you try to do that, and then the unicorn, you try to be on its back, but then the unicorn is too fast and outruns you, basically. Like, you crash into the ground, basically. Poof.
I'll do a barrel
Right
roll
behind
and.
it. You're right behind it.
That's it for me.
Alright.
Oh wait, I have 2 attacks. Does that work? Can I try twice?
Yeah.
Alright. I rolled a 1. Well, I rolled a 2. That became a
I
1.
rolled a 1 as well.
Oh,
So you got 1. So you grab the unicorn, and then it uses its teleport ability to get out of it. So that means -1 on the chase points.
Almost got you that time.
That is true. And then it is Haru's turn.
All right.
Yeah,
He is
20.
okay. Because he's very much not a chaser. But there could be something pop up where he's standing.
2. Alright. You walk over, and then too late you spot that there is a lot of thorny branches on the ground. Make me a acrobatics check to walk over it safely, unless you want to charge through it.
Yeah, because his dex is crap. We'll just like lower the head and run through, letting the strength of the whatchamacallit, the belt, kind of power us through. He'll take some piercing damage if he has to.
Yes, you take 4 piercing damage.
Okie
It's like,
dokie.
ow, 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 ow. Some of them basically, like, small, they basically went into your, like, from your pants upwards, they went into your pants, and now you feel the stings in your legs.
Yeah, very much.
You may act normally now.
Where am I at in relation to my buddies?
You're probably at the same location as Tatsu and Kuma, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, okay. Well, because I was debating on throwing out a bless. I don't think it'll do a whole lot for some things with some of these saves and stuff. It might help. So I will throw out a level 2 bless, so I can get everybody.
You're not going to be able to get me.
Oh, you're too far away.
I will be.
Alrighty, I appreciate your honesty. Then I will throw out a level 1 bless and get those gathered around us. You guys are faster than I am. It's just Here. And he'll pull in some of the forming twilight and it'll wrap around you all and feel a little bit invigorated. And as a bonus action, new stuff. I don't know if this is a. I think my channel divinity stays in place. I can't remember. I will just share it because you guys read as quick as I do. Oh, it's an action. I couldn't do it anyway. Never mind.
Then it is Tatsu's turn.
That'll be the end of my turn.
D20. No complications. You may act normally.
Great. I am going to try to fly and catch up with this unicorn. I have a 60 flying speed, so I want to try and get over there. If that's not enough, I will.
No problem.
Oh, okay. I will then. So I have 3. So whenever I do an attack action, I get 2 claws and a bite. Would I get? I don't.
So how
I
it
don't
works
necessarily.
is like with your level 5, you get as a bonus action you can do the claws, right? And then you can do 2 claws, I believe.
Yeah, it doesn't take any additional bonus actions. It's all part of the one attack.
I would say you could do 2 of them.
Okay, in that case,
claw attacks are judged as one attack only. You roll them separately.
yes, I would like to try. I don't necessarily want to like harm this thing, but I do want to try and I guess maybe trip it up somehow to allow
Just grappling
Gihei,
it. Are you not?
yeah, to catch up to it and get to it.
It's a quick grapple. Go ahead. Athletics check. 17. 13. So as you grab it, it teleports away again. So that's another point off of the chase point.
I will bonus action. I will Misty Step to catch back up to it and try again.
Alright, go ahead. What's it for? Oh. You capture it again, and that is another point gone. The unicorn with all the teleporting away seems to look tired.
Okay, not bad, not bad.
That would be it for me, as that's all I can do.
Then it is Kuma's turn. Roll me a d20.
Yep.
15, no complications.
Okay, so I'd be quite a bit far away from it now at this point,
Yeah.
though, wouldn't I? So my only real choices.
Nobody's got complications because I made a hole in the brambles.
You just, yeah, it's like I just like see the hole and I'm like, I'll go through that.
Yeah, what happened is that the unicorn is basically, she's still within sight because the unicorn runs in circles.
Yeah. But can I really just shoot it? Can't I? I don't think I can.
You could do the,
What?
I don't know if
Could
you can do the foreign thing again, but you could try it again if you can.
yeah? Could I be creative and like say I shoot like a branch and have it fall in front of them, or does it have to be?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I'm just like basically like I'll see like a loose
Oh,
branch.
well, you're
and
not putting
shoot it.
holes in this thing.
Yeah, I just didn't want to keep shooting the poor
Yeah.
fucking thing in it. I felt bad. Like it's like
I
everybody's like grabbing it gently, and I'm just like putting arrows in its side.
Here we are trying to peacefully wrestle for some fun, and this guy's over here with a Glock 19.
So what type of
I
would it
brought
just
a
be an attack
gun
roll?
to a tag game. Tag, you're
Yeah. But an attack roll, I'm assuming
yeah,
for
you
that
can
one.
just roll an attack roll and we'll see.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that hits.
I think you fucking hit.
yeah.
So that is a strength save for the unicorn again.
I guess in this case, yep.
Alright. Then an advantage because of this. Did you
Ah, it
make
still
it with a 21?
succeeds. Yeah, you succeed.
Alright. Then it is the unicorn's
My
turn.
D, my DC isn't crazy, obviously. That's that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah, the unicorn isn't even that great at strength saves.
Yeah, it's just the advantage makes it hard.
Alright, then it's the unicorn's turn. And let's see it's gonna run into weird pattern. And roll a complication for everyone. 8. It runs past an animal horde, and as you try to follow it, you have to pass the animal horde as well. And each of you can make a dexterity saving throw, or take 2 bludgeoning damage, DC 10.
Some of us are blessed,
Yeah.
because that'll be the only thing that'll probably help me. Oh, dang.
Pegasus took 2 damage.
Yeah. That is the unicorn's turn. EA, your turn.
I'm going to try and confuse it by doing a bunch of backflips with my clone really quickly. And I'm going to use its disorientation to try and get that hair.
Ah, you're just gonna try and pull the hair out.
No,
Better
that'd
make a
be
sleight of
mean.
hand check.
Now I feel bad because now I'm cheating. All right, I'm doing it.
You've successfully grabbed the hair without the unicorn knowing it. You got
I
one
have
unicorn.
one, and I tell the unicorn what I did.
It stops. It's like, well, that's no fun.
I mean, we can keep playing if you want. I won't. I don't think 2 hairs will go wrong.
It seems I was wrong about my judgment in you. I'm more
I mean,
disappointed in myself. The game is over, and the
that
unicorn
is true.
teleports away.
Yeah. Ah,
Whoosh.
I was going to heal it before it could get away.
Well, there it goes. I cheated, but I got the hair.
Be fair, I would again Faye spirit trickery and bullshit, so usually this is fine. They'll just be mad for a bit, but it doesn't really matter.
So
They
don't
trick
try
each
and
other
like
all.
burn down my house.
Oh, well,
That'll
that might
suck.
be one of the tricks it might try to pull on you, to be fair. I say it doesn't matter, but I guess if you have actual dwellings to live in, it does matter. It's hard to burn down a house that doesn't exist, in my case.
I think back to my temple being in flames.
This is the action that starts, and this is a unicorn with a fucking, like, flint and steel at the edge of its fucking corner, just going, meh.
I was just casting magic.
I'm going to release that demon inside of that temple. Rise,
At that point, it's
tower.
not a unicorn. We just kill it.
Yeah, it's more of a what's the evil equivalent of a unicorn?
There is one, yeah,
Nightmare.
nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare, I think, is the direct comparison. If not, yeah.
Nightmare only wants riders that have had sex with more than 100 different people.
Oh, you have to be a slut to write a nightmare.
Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Alright.
All right, well,
You have the unicorn hair. Would you like
let's
to
go trade
return
it.
to the city?
Oh, yeah.
Alright. Back at the city. You make your way. Now it's about between 6 and 7 p.m. Make your way back at the shopping center where the shops are about to close. But,
I think this time of day, you guys all start to see like a more lively side of Haru as it gets closer to twilight.
you are back at the Myth and Mysteries. Hello there.
Got you your hair.
Oh, that's so great. Thank you so much. He puts the hair in a vial. This will help me so much, so feel free to choose what you want out of my collection.
Before we pick, would it be possible that the thing we pick is something that you search for?
could say that'll be the first round of costs paid.
I'd rather just get the cape. I think.
If that works,
Is
yeah.
cape
Just wanted to
attunement?
pull up the option if it's
The
possible.
cape is not attunement. It
Yeah,
is
I'll take that.
Allows you to cast Dimension Door once per day.
Dimension Door's a really good spell.
it's an incredibly good spell. It's a two-person teleportation, with a pretty massive range. Couldn't complain.
Do you know that Gihei cannot use the Dimension Door with anyone else in the party because he's the smallest person in the party?
That is funny.
Because the person you Dimension Door with has to be the same size as you or smaller.
If I tie it to the back of my Pegasus, can it teleport with everybody?
I would say
It's smart enough to
no.
use magic items.
Oh, it is, yeah. No, yeah, then it would be, yeah.
Can we ask this gentleman, are you open every day, sir?
Yes, of course.
And
I am about to close
perhaps.
down.
Yes, but on future days, I will definitely be back.
Would greatly appreciate your renewed customer service.
I'm going to tie the cape of the mountain bank around my Pegasus like an ascot. So now he has a little scarf.
Now, where would you like to go next, since the stores are about to close?
Stores are about to close. Governor's Place is probably open.
Could go there, I guess.
It is getting later, though. What are you
Yeah, it might be
accepting
seemed
stuff?
Yeah, it might be rude to go and try to talk to him right now.
We will definitely be better off setting up an appointment and going through all the proper channels.
And do we just want to take in for the night?
Probably. We could probably go send actually a messenger to go see if we get an appointment, then just
All right, let's do
That
that.
sounds good.
So you march over to the Samurai District,
yeah.
where it's very clear that everyone is eating their dinner. And you march over to the entrance of the governor's palace, which the door seems to be closed right now.
That's fine.
Yeah.
We're here to make an appointment.
Is there a guard there?
Yeah, bunch of other samurais there. Hello there.
Hello. We are wondering if we'd be able to make an appointment to meet with the governor tomorrow or his earliest convenience.
If you want, is it an emergency or is it a audience?
Oh, it would be an emergency. We're just here to have a chat about some duties, is all.
Then the earliest he will be available is 2 days from now.
All right.
If it is an emergency, you must tell me the emergency, and then I can see if he's available right now.
Can I make an insight check to see if this guy is basically trying to just push us away if we're not important enough?
Go ahead.
Like with the 2-day thing.
He is following protocol and seems to be completely legit. Just doing his
Okay.
job.
Yep.
2 days is fine.
Oh yeah, probably.
Gives us time to do some local tasks, or perhaps even revisit some shops if we feel the need to see if they need any
I
additional
want
help.
to check out that dungeon tomorrow.
That's
Yeah.
we've done that. But yeah, we'll be back in 2 days then, if that's all right.
That's all right. May I have your names?
Kuma,
Write it down.
I'm Gihei.
Write that down.
I am just Tatsu.
Write it down as well.
And unlike the others, we will actually produce the letters of rank and everything, all the proper stuff, and just hand the paperwork over to them so they can write down whatever they need.
Looks it over, writes it down. Then I will see you in 2 days.
Okay. Thanks for your
Do you have a
time.
time we should show up, or do we just show up at noon?
He looks at late in the early evening is best. Say between 3 and 5.
That works.
Fair enough. Well,
We thank you for your time.
yep.
Thank you for your visit.
When you get off time,
Uh,
please visit my village. We sell the finest sake.
These samurai, I don't know how it works. If like samurai that serve another wear their insignia as a badge of honor or anything, but knowing this woman and anything, can I have taken the time while the others were looking at them to see if they were wearing like a matching badge or anything of the lady samurai?
You can make
Maya Kobayashi.
You can make a history check for that. They do wear the
Gotcha,
badge
gotcha.
of proud and everything.
Yeah, I was just trying to hush pop, trying to suss out which we're dealing with here. I'm rolling pretty
Basically,
decent.
what they wear is their own family crest, and if they serve another samurai or a higher ranking samurai, they also have that crest on them. So that then they have double crests basically. And it is
Alright.
a mixture of both. So some of the samurai there that are guarding the governor's palace do work for Maya Kobayashi, others do not. The one that you
Is the
talked to did
governor a
not.
samurai?
Sorry?
Is the governor a samurai? I think
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
as a player, don't know.
He would be
Okay,
a samurai. All important roles are done basically by a samurai.
gotcha. All right. So as we walk away, once we're far enough from earshot, Haru will say that many of the men there are servants of the lady, and we should already expect, if we are to have this meeting, that she may be there as well.
There
Do
is
we
always
know?
that chance.
Do we know if she is possessing of magic or not?
What we
Yeah,
know is
do
that
we
Maya
know?
Kobayashi is not only an elf, but is one that has been in good standing for a very long time within the Empire. She's one of the leaders of Okoya, and she's responsible for opening Okoya to trade. So she's been very influential in the development of the economy and just as a samurai over the years.
I
What will be our
understand.
pretense if she is in the room?
I'm just wanting to know what precautions I should have prepared in case there is someone able to. Uh, there are certain magics that can dig into one's thoughts, even without their permission. And if she is a powerful mage or arcanist of any sort, we will have to be concerned about this. I only know that because that is how Brother Hoseki used to find my stash of candy.
It's like he's a bit of a dick.
He is very much a dick.
Well, we could talk more tomorrow.
Alright, then you guys take a long rest here as the massage therapists come in and give you a spectacular massage. And for everyone where it matters, you all gain for the next day a +2 in strength, but that is just a 1-day buff.
And that's our base, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't feel Haru would have accepted a massage. It would have been odd to him, and would have instead spent the time like if there's a window or something, he's watching the sunset.
Could also take the special baths that they have. They have a large bath facility in the
Oh,
Shogun's Rest.
that he will definitely do. Then he will, having never had like a big fancy bath, he's very much going to experience city life for a night, and will that and whatever like little. I'm picturing him very much as like a snacker and sweet treat. So whatever little goodies he can get, he'll pay probably way too much for, and just enjoy the night. But he definitely watches that sunset before he goes and does anything.
Yeah, we'll also take to the bath, as he is wondering what kind of amenities they have. As it compared to the hot spring back home, what kinds of soaps do they have? Anything that's worth buying?
It is a big. It's basically a hot spring bath facility. Very big.
Well,
Far more choices and different types of soap and stuff that you than you have at home. It's like at home you only have the one brand that you take, and here you get to choose between 12 different brands.
could I buy some of this?
Sure.
Do they sell it?
Just
How
a
much is
simple
it?
soap price, I believe that's 1 copper piece out of the top of my head.
If I
Hey,
buy
the
10 of
temporary
each,
is
that's
good.
fine then.
So 12 silver for a sack full of soap.
Different soaps, yeah. Different oils, whatever they have for incense.
Nice.
If they have really nice towels, I'll buy them too.
Yeah, they do have those. They're really soft.
Definitely gonna buy some of those. How much do those cost?
Let's see, what would a towel cost? 2 copper pieces.
I'll buy 10 of those too.
2 silver.
Now I have enough for the whole home.
Living it up.
Upgrade that house.
So, I guess with the temporary strength, we could definitely run through and potentially try to run through that dungeon. Check that out. I mean, it does good for me.
Yeah, my augmented strength is plenty high, so.
All right. If you're done with the how do you call it, the hot springs washing room, you get the option of being hand dried yourself, or doing it or hand dried by servants, or you can do it yourself. Totally up to you.
Oh, by servants, 100%.
This is the true Shogun life. Highest or
Typical day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I
You even see
actually
like
have
Kumo
to
will take all the amenities.
Yeah, that's in one of the walls you see a drawing of the Shogun who's there with a thumbs up. It's like he approves this place.
he'll tell the servants he has to be pat down because of the way his feathers absorb moisture. It takes a while too. Sorry. Fun fact: owls cannot swim, and they don't fly in the rain.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's the trade-off for how silent their feathers move. Is they're highly water absorbent, so all that
What I
weight
don't get
means.
then is why are there so many owls still in countries where it rains so much?
Well, but they could still,
Yeah.
exist in the
Apple.
rain. They just
Yeah.
stay in their damn tree.
Well, like here in the Netherlands, it's sometimes like we have owls here, and it's like
Owls
sometimes
are
it
everywhere.
rains like 4 days in a row.
Owls are extremely good at surviving just in general because they're one of the best nocturnal predators around when it comes to like picking up sleeping squirrels or bats or whatever the hell they want.
Right.
So the rain isn't as much as an obstacle as like freezing weather would be. You won't. I don't think you'll find. Well, no, there's definitely some owls that are specialized for like winter weather, but
Well, the thing about like when they get wet, like it's not really like water drops on them. Like rain can soak something, but like it's more in the case of like they become basically like actually like you've submerged them in water because there's usually like all kind of birds have generally speaking like a not a waterproof coating but like a kind of whale on their outer
Yeah, that's
feathers.
what the ducks
Yeah.
use to swim, where
Yeah, but even like
That's
even
what owls
over
don't
non-aquatic
have.
birds, no, they do have a bit. They do have an oil on their skin, their feathers. It's just if you were to then submerge them fully and they were to become like weighed down by it, they cannot dry out at all. Basically, very quickly. It's why a lot of like so like eagles and stuff, if they get fall into water and stuff, they'll just die because they cannot get that water off very easily for a long time. So they'll be usually kept on the ground, usually end up getting eaten. But it's not the fact that they can't get wet; it's just that they can't get basically like soaked.
right.
Because once it pierces a certain layer of their feathers,
And
that's
again,
when
this
it
is
becomes an
just
issue.
general stuff. I don't know if there's a specific owl species out there who is immune or like specialized in swimming or something. Fuck if I know that. But like in
Yes, the
general,
swimming
owls water
owl.
don't mix.
And what you get after the bathing and everything is that you get a basically a bathrobe or basically a kimono to relax in. As the night snacks come in, a little bit of sweet tea with fruits and tofu to eat, and a bit of very high expensive sake.
Yeah.
And it is the really, really exclusive stuff, all the way from the island of Churi, where they are known to making the best sake in the entire empire. With that, you guys take a long rest. And that is where we'll end today's session because we only have 16 minutes left.
We can do that
That's
dungeon
just
in
fine.
16 minutes.
no fight in this one, huh?
Nope, nope.
Yeah, just